we join our party as they wake up inside Velen's tiny hut, a construction allowing the group to rest outside the city of Bryn Shander. They're all preparing their spells and themselves for a new day after witnessing the destruction of many of the 10 towns and refugees littering the streets of Bryn Shander.
Who's all awake and who's asleep? Is everyone awake?
I'm gonna wake up last.
I think I'm awake quite early, but I'm just sitting in the side and just sort of preparing myself. So I'm pretty quiet over. I guess not away from people, but because this is a small space, right? It's like
It's about 20 feet circle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Radius is 10 foot circle.
Probably against the wall and just really focused.
I'd probably just be flipping through my book, minding my own business.
I think I'd be sharpening my halberd off in a corner.
Teriel's gonna get up and look around at everyone and just bite his lip and walk outside and check on the town. See if it's still there, really, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. If you head outside, Teriel, you would see the bustling town of Bryn Shander. There's many trails of smoke coming from the town, which might worry you at first. And upon sort of rushing to the town or looking closer, you would see that these are bonfires that have been set throughout the town, trying to keep the copious amounts of people that have sheltered inside its walls as opposed to inside housing, keeping them warm. There are refugees littering the streets all about, and it is kind of more of the same.
Well, I guess he's going to look back at the hut and notice everybody's getting ready slowly. So he's going to walk and try to help try to find any way that he can help the town and build or mend as many things as possible. So,
sure. Right. So Teriel's headed off. What's the mood like here otherwise?
Probably somber. I think even though I'm trying to, prepare myself for the day, I think it's probably hard. It's just sort of mind going back to everything that's happened in such a short time. It's probably really, really distracting. So I think I probably have not a sour look on my face, but it's, there's no joy. It's just probably just focused, worrying about what's going to happen next.
There is a hush.
I think this is...
Yes.
Oh, apologies. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I think this would probably be the first time the party would see Cheppy just very quiet and off on her own since they've all kind of come together. I think she's just sitting somewhere, didn't even really pay attention or notice that Teriel had left the hut. I think she's just kind of sitting and whispering to Frog at this point and just looking very sad and confused, I think is another very good word to describe the expression on her face.
Well, I was hoping Teriel would be here for this, but I spoke with him last night, and I suppose now's as good a time as any. Do apologize.
Or what?
my outburst. You see, I felt very backed into a corner. And to begin with, I would have rather just be on our merry way than give you all an exposition dump. So, I apologize for not revealing everything. And if there are questions you have, feel free to ask them. I've already revealed them to Teriel.
Did he change his mind after this talk?
I didn't ask. I figure it's best you all discuss it. But know that I wasn't lying about anything. Simply just didn't tell you all the details.
Well, hopefully he'll share those with us when he returns, but I still feel like we can't do nothing. We cannot go on as we were. There are no more 10 towns. People can't rebuild if they can't eat. I think the only choice is for everyone to leave if we don't take this chance.
Realistically, I cannot promise what the Arcane Brotherhood will do with whatever this is will be a good thing. Other than, obviously, getting rid of this bitter cold winter. I can't promise you anything, really. Other than this is an opportunity that we could utilize to possibly save all of these people.
I just don't see what could be worse than where we're at, except everyone being dead from this dragon, which we stopped. At least there are some people still alive, still surviving. If we could do that, perhaps we could do more.
How are they going to get rid of the warmth? What is down there? What are we supposed to do?
Well, Netherul, I believe I may have mentioned, was ruled by wizards of great repute. Very powerful, very knowledgeable. They possessed magic that is far beyond what we have currently. In order to keep Ythrin aloft, they required a magical item called the mythilar. This is how their city floated. It's likely that it survived the crash. And it does have other properties that we are yet to investigate. Which is why it's such a desired item. But they could do pretty much anything with their magics. Including possibly changing the weather.
But we don't know that, right? The Brotherhood doesn't know that. If it still needs to be investigated, what if it does do something else? And what if they do something bad with it?
Well, to lift your curiosity about whether or not it could do that, it used to shear the tops of mountains and was able to lift that entire city. So, I'm not very doubtful that it could change the weather. But in terms of what the Arcane Brotherhood would like to do with it, other than that, that's not my information to disclose or to have, unfortunately.
So, just out of curiosity, I'm just gonna say, we'd be able to take a look at this thing, before we do anything with it, right?
Yeah, what he said.
Well, yeah.
It depends if we get there first.
I just, I just think it might be a good idea if I take a look, just to make sure, that.
Yeah, but not touch it, Mortis, this time?
Yeah, but Morty
That's
has a
your
point.
chance.
Like he absolutely is our person that like examines things and understands them. So I feel
course.
like he should, have some moments with it before we hand it over to this
Yeah,
brotherhood that we.
What if Morty can figure out how to use it and bring the warmth back? Then we can just leave it here. And nobody has to have it.
See, that's a great idea.
Well, I don't know how that will go over, considering we have competition who know exactly where it is. But what we do with it once we have it is a choice for then. But it does have the possibility to rid this entire place of all of its ailments of the cold.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to go find Teriel. I feel like we need to discuss with him what
Of
he
course.
thinks.
That's what I was hoping.
So, I'm gonna take Cheppy with me.
I mean, I'm up for whatever, Just as long as, if you're talking about these magical artifacts or whatever, as long as I can take a look at them, that's really all I care about. I mean, I don't really mind too much if all the people, here in Icewind Dale kind of bites a big one, but
Morty, then you'd have no one to build cool stuff for or take cool stuff from,
oh, that's kind of a point.
right? Plus, you have to get your ingredients for mayo from somewhere, right?
Mayonnaise?
It's what he eats. Winbrook also likes it. I don't ask.
It's got a lot of fats, good fats, proteins and stuff.
Well, if there are no people here in Icewind Dale, then how are you going to make more mayonnaise?
Oh, don't you worry, I can make mayonnaise.
Okay. I think at this point, I've sort of figured out what I'm going to do for the day. So I'm going to stand up and I'm going to cast Goodberry and get 10 of them. I'm going to eat one myself and then I'm going to offer them to anybody in the room right now.
Oh yeah, I'll take one of those.
Okay. All right, there you go.
Thank you.
It's, it's a little more fruity than that I usually like, but
Then mayonnaise, yes, it is more fruity than mayonnaise.
Exactly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't
Right.
think I can mess with the flavor other than what they are. I'm sorry. And then I think with whatever I have left, which is probably maybe 5, I'm gonna go outside and hand them out to the first couple people I see, I think, and go look for Teriel.
Thank you for listening.
oh, no problem.
You are perhaps giving us
Oh,
the
you meant her.
direction
Okay.
to go and
That's fine.
when we had none.
Just here,
Mortis, I meant
interrupt
you
your
too.
conversation.
You're fine.
No,
You're
it's fine. It's fine.
Keep being this nice to me and I might let you look at my book.
Yeah, about that book. So, it's like all of your spells that you know how to do in there.
Possibly.
But like, you say possibly, but I feel like you know.
Perhaps I do.
Well, I mean, feel free to share.
Maybe down the road, darling.
We've gone down like so many roads. How
But
many
there are
roads
many
do we
more
have
to go down.
Maybe there is something that could help us
Is
on
it a
this journey.
specific road?
Perchance the road to the Codicil of White?
So Codicil Road, where is that exactly in Icewind Dale? I mean, I've traveled around Icewind Dale like a little bit, but I haven't seen Codicil Road.
It's not a road, darling.
Yeah,
We're going to need to take it.
You just said it was the road.
Well, I said on the way to the Codicil of White. I didn't say the road. It is a Codicil road, darling.
But there's an implication that there is a road. You just said
there was no
it's
implication.
Very confusing. I'm gonna go.
He is a character, but he's been helpful. He built that goblin cart.
He did.
Well, he designed it. I don't know if he actually built it. That's a fair point. But either way, it's fairly impressive. It's helped us.
It is. Oh. At any rate, thank you for keeping an open mind. I realize, mysterious old woman coming by saying that we can rid the winter is a little bit of a suspicious thing. And I realize that they also kind of ganged up on you a little bit.
That's not a new thing. We all have disagreements, and yet we somehow stay together.
Well,
I don't want to lose any of them.
Right, but perhaps you all could try to find a way to, I don't know, not be at each other's throats. Or I guess anybody you meet's throat as well.
It is very difficult to trust people here.
Of course.
Everyone is just trying to survive. The fact that we were able to come together at all is amazing.
That is true. Especially your, mayonnaise-consuming friend. It's an old bull.
Yes. But a useful oddball. And he seems to make Moonbrook smile. Which is always a good thing.
Oh, well, don't tell him, but he makes me smile too, darling. Alright, shall we go catch up with them?
Yes, let's go find them.
Alright.
See what they decide to do.
Alright, let's go.
Meanwhile, in Bryn Shander, Teriel is helping probably a family as they are trying to stay warm. The copious amounts of people lining the streets, the bustle of the town, what some people would consider more sort of homey, with more people around the town moving about. Residents of Icewind Dale would note that it is a rather uncommon sight, not because the people don't want to spend time with each other, but because of the extreme cold that is here. That has not stopped. The folk in the town are doing their best to stay warm. The blizzard that was recently affecting the 10 towns has ended, so there is a small respite for the people here and there. You find Teriel handing out some food, some rations that have been passed out by the guards of the town. Knucklehead trout on the air.
You can have it. Don't worry. It's fine. I don't need to eat. You need...
Thank you, sir.
Now go help your mother. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Here. I don't know what it's gonna get you here, but here, take a gold.
A gold piece?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just shh. Don't.
Thank you.
Just be very careful. People around here are very desperate, keep that close to your chest. Give it to your mother. And just tell her that you got lucky, alright?
Cheppy and Moonbrook begin walking up. You can see Teriel sort of helping some people as you approach.
Moonbrook, I think we should say something. Cheppy doesn't feel right.
No, I don't feel right either, so I feel strange, like
there's
I know.
Teriel.
Come over here, I can fix it. Give it to me. Yes.
Okay.
Simple.
How do
What
we
were you saying?
I was just gonna say, how do we even say
Cheppy doesn't mind saying. Cheppy and Frog do not trust Velen. Cheppy feels like something's bad's gonna happen.
I know something bad's gonna happen. Not just because I'm here, because everything bad happens to me, But I'm saying, like, she feels so familiar, but, like, not, Like, I know her, but I don't. Strange.
Cheppy's not from here, so she'd never see her before. Did you ever deliver good mead?
Don't know. I don't really remember.
Let's go
I
talk to Teriel.
I would know. Yeah, let's go.
Maybe he feels the same way.
I think Cheppy's gonna pull Moonbrook with her, and they're gonna walk over, and she's probably just gonna like walk up behind Teriel and almost like sheepishly kind of tug on his cape.
You're fine. Yes, it's great. It's
Teriel?
Yes. Hi. Sorry. I wanted to get out here as soon as possible because these people look in need. And there's too many of them. There's a deeper problem here. They're running out of food. They're desperate. They're starving. I broke up 2 fights earlier, and it's gonna just get worse at night. People may. I'm sorry. Yes.
Teriel, it's really hard right now. Cheppy doesn't know how to help these people. We have to figure it out, but...
Yeah.
She like looks up to Moonbrook.
Cheppy and Frog don't trust Velen.
Neither does Moonbrook. And I'm speaking in third person because I'm with Cheppy, but yeah, we don't trust her. As far as I can throw her, and I can't, really.
Yeah.
She wants this thing and she's not telling Cheppy anything. When we asked first last night, she's keeping things, even though she apologized to us, but... What if she wants us to get that thing for her?
I mean, she does. That's what she wants, but, like...
They're gonna take it and use it, and we can't do anything.
So, she said something about how the Arcane Brotherhood would bring warmth back, but didn't the prophecy that you said or something say that we are the ones that are supposed to bring the warmth back to Icewind Dale? Right?
Well, I was tasked by Aminator to bring the warmth back, and I believe Cheppy mentions it quite often. Maybe her god speaks to her in that way as well. But what if this is fate, that we all meet up together, and it's something that all pieces of the puzzle have to come together. Even if the pieces are jagged and they don't fit right together as we planned, we can take all the help we can get, whether we trust them or not. And I'm thinking that we discover who we're with on the road as we travel. As if you, Moonbrook, discovered us.
Ariel.
Yes. Yes.
Have you... Hey. Oh, hey.
Yeah, right.
Have you eaten? Yeah. And I hold out one of the good berries to him.
Okay.
There you go.
Thanks. He puts it in a fold for now. We don't really have a choice. We either act now or this town will kill itself. These children are hungry. They're willing to do anything, steal anything. You know, the town had its thievery before, but now it's going to be tenfold. And some people might take this as an advantage and blame it on other things that are happening.
Yeah, this is all desperation, and it's just going to get worse by the day.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like, this is going to sound very weird because I'm very, you know, I'm for the towns, obviously. I want to save them. But this is just kind of the way Icewind Dale is. It just... They'll be okay. They're going to find a way. I know, listen, I know that it sounds desperate right now. And there will be people that die. But they're going to find a way, I promise.
I think we can help. But I don't think we should give whatever we find to her. I don't think Velen should have them. I think we should hold them and figure it out. If they need to research it, Morty or you guys can research it.
Or that
they don't know
church you
how
go
it's
to.
going to.
Temple.
Oh, there's
We can bring it to the
that's right.
temple.
That's right.
We have some time before it comes down to that. We can judge as we go along. If any of us feel any opposition, then we take action as needed. Yes?
I think
But
as
I
long
think
as
she's going to be a lot more cooperative if we act as if we are on the other end of this. We can harass all we want, but it's not going to get any answers out now. I don't know about you. We had a device that was able to do such thing for limited time. If this can permanently turn the weather in our favor, then I say it's worth a go.
So we'll go along with it, but just be very aware.
Cautious,
Okay.
aware, take note
We'll
of
have
what
to
she
fill
says.
Morty and Nissa in at another time.
Okay.
I don't think Mortis is in... I hate to say it. He looks like Moonbrook. Well, Mortis has always been in for himself. Maybe we shouldn't tell him. Maybe his interest in her items will keep her at bay and not on the offensive, but more on the defensive. We can see cracks in her plan.
I don't like leaving Morty out of this.
More so of using him with his tools of intrigue to our advantage.
He's good at pushing buttons.
I think we get
So-
all the information out of her we can.
Did someone say buttons? I heard buttons.
You want to manipulate him.
Oh, right there.
Oh, hey guys. What's everybody
Hey,
talking
so-
about? Is it about buttons? I heard something about buttons.
Mm-hmm.
If we find a button, you can press it.
That's,
Yeah, on
that's
this-
perfect.
on this
because I'm
thing.
the guy that,
Actually-
pushes the button.
No, actually,
You don't remember what happened last time you touched the button, you know?
Don't
Remember
touch
the
the
whole
buttons.
obliteration thing, dust, bones, possibly not being able to come back again type, yeah. Are you hungry, Mortis? There's plenty of, well, maybe not plenty.
I had one of his, one of his fruit things.
Oh,
It's a little fruity for my taste. I prefer some mayo, but I'll just take what I can get.
well, there's a couple over there that are trying to put up a lean-to. I couldn't mend it fast enough to hold to, and they're struggling. Maybe you're the only one that has the skills to help that family in need.
Yeah, probably.
Would you mind? It's
Would I
3
mind what?
children and a mother.
But I mean, I don't mind.
I think Teriel wants you to go help the family, Morty.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can do that.
Thank you. Yes, the
Okay,
one
yeah.
right
So,
right over there.
I see you're trying to put up that lean-to over there. You considered, you can't use that as it's not gonna balance. Yeah, that's gonna.
I'm glad the kid was trying to screw it in with a spoon.
Oh no.
Well, not manipulation, so to speak. It's more of letting him do what he does without him knowing, I think Mortis does better with him being proactive, so to speak, than,
Honestly, and this is nothing against Mortis, but I think if we did tell him, do you think it'd make him more likely to, I don't know, go for something without us? I don't know. It's not that I don't trust him. It's not.
If we don't tell him, we're just as bad as Velen not telling us things.
I'm just saying you are just as bad if you... Yeah, exactly, Cheppy.
Cheppy would rather fill him in so that it doesn't, backfire later. Morty gets upset with us and leaves.
Remember last time we filled him in on something and he kind of told? Yeah. So I'll leave that to you.
What if we give him... the... I don't know, like a job, A focus. A thing to do. Hey, Mortis, we need you to do this. Do you think he'd... Can you watch it? Can you pay attention? You're smart. You understand this stuff. You understand, so if she's saying, oh, well, this is this thing right here, and this is how it works, he's smart enough usually to... he picks up on stuff really fast.
You're right. This is a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea to keep it from him, and I think it's a bad idea to put him in that position. I think we should be very observant, Maybe we can...
Thank you.
Maybe we can earn her trust. Maybe she'll trust us. Maybe she'll give more, We are at an impasse here, a crossroad, where we both are standing, looking at each other for which one wanted to go first. Maybe we should give a little, maybe she'll receive and give back. We'll take that as a precaution. If she doesn't give, then we pull back as easy as she does. And when it comes down to it, we'll take action and see what the truth comes out in the end. I feel that she and I relate to each other a good bit on some past things. And if I can come around, she can.
Just saying, I want the record to show that I think that she's a bad guy. Or woman. Or person. Whatever. I just want the record to show that before we get our butts kicked, so...
Cheppy and Frog also on that boat. 2 votes. Cheppy Frog. She's a bad guy.
I like to... I don't know. I like to give people... People would have said that about me.
Except Mortis, though.
And then you rob things from them, Ray.
That was...
And you owe people money. A lot. All of them.
At this point, Salad Dash is probably dead. Like, I don't even have to worry about that anymore. As
Don't
awful
talk
as
about
that is.
Cheppy's friend like that.
Yeah, well, he's not your friend. He really wasn't.
He's Cheppy's friend.
He would have used you, and he would have gotten rid of you. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, I will tell you now, we were wrong, as well as backing her into a corner. No dog, wolf, or animal does well in a corner. They strike out. And all odds are against him. I know. I was put in that position myself with this group. Not saying that it was warranted or needed. But if we treat her as one of us, maybe she'll fit in. As I said, Aminator doesn't give me any advice willingly. It's a god that taketh more than he gives. And with that, no matter how this puzzle is, we are the pieces that have to find a way to fit together. Because in the end, we're all in this. I'm not saying I trust her or believe that she's someone of good, but the odds are stacking against us.
I think as long as the goals are aligned, regardless, and I understand the dangerous things out there, but if we can do what she's saying we can do, it gives this place a chance. In this eternal night, give farmers a chance to grow again,
I will have to say it is quite strange to me that we haven't seen an appearance by you-know-who. He looks up. Ever since she came into the fold.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Don't you find it strange that a dragon tramples around here, spreading fire everywhere? we were in a town where if we turned on a light, we would be attacked, but yet she shows up, and this threat that everyone was worried about is no longer a threat. It's no longer a question. Maybe.
Is there a new threat?
Maybe
How
it's
did she
not
find
her.
us?
Yeah, maybe it's not her. It could be. Maybe it was those that she runs with.
Nissa and
They have to
Velen
do
begin
it.
to approach the group.
And I was thinking that the town could use a little cheering up. Maybe, we can
Alcohol.
get the dwarf.
Oh, darling, you don't have to pretend like you weren't talking about it. I told them to come here and talk about it. It's fine.
Talk about what?
Do you really think me so daft as to think you were not talking about me?
Well,
Come on.
I won't say directly about you. We were definitely talking about the ordeal that's happening around us that
Of course.
involves you.
Have you
I'm-
reached a decision? That's the
Yes,
question.
we travel with you.
That's surprising.
Not necessarily. Trust is an issue. As you, I assume, will have with us. It's only natural. All strangers here.
Of course.
But at the same time, if we're at each other's throats 24/7, nothing gets accomplished. These people die, we die, and then in the end, she who shall not be named will get what she wants. Even though we haven't seen her around as of late. Or do you even know what's happening in 10 towns besides in Icewind Dale? Besides your brotherhood?
Well, you could humor me. You're talking in language that's very
How long have you
obscure.
been in Icewind Dale? This is not a investigation, it's just a question.
I'm from Longsaddle, darling.
Months. And you haven't noticed the strangeness that's been going around here.
Oh, you're talking about her. Right.
I just found it very strange that she just kind of suddenly just lets a dragon trample around and creates mischief and fire and the hater of warmth no more than any. Bring warmth to the Dale, she who strickens us and sends her minions our way. But
Well, I
she's
would
no
think
longer
the
to be
dragon only helped her.
seen. Did it?
I don't know.
Some sort of agenda, I'm sure.
Well, there's the towns, they did sacrifices.
Yeah.
Now there's one town left.
I don't know a god or a goddess that doesn't like being paraded around. It's like a sick way of them to feel prideful. Something's not right. We'll figure it out eventually.
Maybe don't talk about her so openly like that, like, you
I know. I know.
Correct.
Nissa almost choked me to death that one time. Yeah, I'm
Well,
Cheppy also
That was
said her
a
name
long
once.
time ago.
And it was
I mean,
not
you could
great.
say-
I know Nissa. I know.
You could
I'm
say
just
her
giving you crap.
name, just don't talk about her in a negative manner, okay? So we show a little respect here.
respect. Okay.
Well,
Cheppy was
Regardless.
thinking,
go on.
how are we going to help Nissa when we go back?
I don't think we can. I think it's more of a test of inner strength. Yeah?
Well, and out of strength. Got us.
I do not know if help is needed so much as they might just attack me on sight.
Well, there
And they
are
would
ways
be
to
within their
disguise.
rights
Are they
do
not?
so.
Have you thought about that? Disguising, Nissa?
I can do that. I can do that. If you want.
Or you could go headlong into it, but either way, if this plan has to go through, we have to go over there, so.
The more allies we have, the better. You may be able to turn the tide. You have allies here, you're not alone. That's one thing that they'll see. You had to build trust within something. If we are to carry you from all walks of life here, so I say, we walk up in there proud as the barbarian dragonborn you are. Hiding in the shadows
I
are
killed
only gonna...
some of the most valued members of our tribe.
Yes, under the influence of Chardolin.
And we had that
As I
decision.
presume.
Listen, we had that decision. I understand that they may not see it the same way that I know it's still hard for you to see it. But you've got us. I don't think there's anybody here that would say otherwise.
If you want to keep running,
If they would give us the chance to explain that we might need their help, they may agree, and it would be incredibly beneficial. But I don't know if they will trust me anywhere near them.
I have an idea. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I read some lore on these barbarians. The tribes of Icewind Dale are prideful tribes, I see. What if we go back to Targos, take a piece of that dragon, and use it as a trophy to take back to your people?
To bring them more Chardolin, which caused them so much pain and death?
We wrap it up. We charge you from it. Or what if? I'll be there. I can provide all the help I can. What if we bring a piece of that dragon there, you jump it in front of them, show them your trophy that you have, I don't know, grown, evolved?
Yeah, you've overcome. That's actually pretty good. I mean, I understand how difficult that would be.
I'll be there right beside you. I'll provide you with all the aid that I can give you.
And you don't have to touch it. If it's wrapped up, throw it down. And it proves you have more information as well. You can tell your clan more about the Chardolin and where it's coming from, and that we're trying to help get rid of it.
Well, I am asking all of you to take a very large chance in going on this path to begin with. It's only fair that I should be taking as big of a chance. They may react in anger if we bring them Chardolin. They may attempt to take it. I don't know
We tell them
what's
what
happened
it is.
in this time, but I'm willing to take the chance.
Good. Because running and hiding in shadows only creates more. And I believe once you kill those demons off, you'll feel a whole brand new you. You can overcome so much more. Hell, maybe your tribe will even invite you back. Or even better, make you a leader.
And do you have time before we go there, darling? There are 2 pieces that need to be acquired before we make the trip.
What pieces?
Well, I mentioned one of them, the Codicil of White. I believe I mentioned my orb to Teriel as well.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
Right.
So let's travel. We could travel back to Targos. Grab it, wrap it, conceal it. Throw it in a cart and never look at it again until...
We must be very careful to keep it out of anyone's hands.
We can put it in Mortis's
absolutely.
bag,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
just so it's out of sight, out of mind, wrapped up.
Yeah.
Mortis,
and
that means you cannot go and
He's
play
over
with
there.
it.
He's over there before we call him back. He's helping that family put up a lean-to.
All right, we have to make sure he is willing to leave it inside that bag.
Yeah. Leave it inside is a very good observational point. I believe he understands the dire of this whole ordeal, and if he doesn't, then we make him understand.
Wait, he said he can make another bag. Just so he
And
doesn't
I
have to
should-
hold on to it.
And I should
Just
carry it. I have the strongest willpower out of all of us here.
Well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's a little cocky to say, but you know,
Jeppy, you
whatever.
did pretty good.
Ever since I turned over to Aminator, I would like to remind you that I destroyed that throne and wasn't influenced at all.
Yeah, okay,
I
that's
stood
fair.
in it.
I think
took it
that
from you.
any
That's
of
fair,
us
that's fair,
that
that's fair.
believe we can withstand its power are in danger of being swayed by it.
I'm not saying
I
use
think
it.
knowing that we're at risk is the only thing that keeps us sane, keeps
not
us
saying-
more protected.
Use it to our benefit. We lock it away. We put it in a bag of holding. I'll hold that bag and I'll tuck it away. It won't influence me through there or anyone. It's a good idea. Separate bag. Mortis is very curious.
We can also, if we have to, hand it off between each other. If something or someone does end up getting influenced, we can always pass it around to share the burden. But I think it's a good idea.
Or just give it to the one who's most critical. Your Moonbrook friend seems like she'd be good to hold it.
No,
I would trust
not me.
Moonbrook.
Nope. I don't want it.
No, I
That's exactly why you should have it.
Yes.
Last time we gave Moonbrook this, she tried to kill Ray.
Yes, but we've all been affected. We all are at risk.
I have yet to be affected by it.
I have to agree with Terrio, at least up to this point. He was right there. I know what it did to me. I know how I felt.
The light will protect me, as if I will protect you. I'm not
We
using
can
it, I'm
decide
not touching
this
it.
once we are returned to Targos.
But let me ask
We
you
do
a
not have to
question.
make the decision now.
Nissa,
Sure.
out of pure curiosity, you witnessed, and no offense, and I hate to bring it up, but you witnessed Moonbrook almost kill Ray right in front of us all. You got mad at me when Moonbrook failed when I was trying to save her. But yet you trust Moonbrook with this Chardolin, but yet you keep us all from it.
I don't trust anyone with the Chardolin.
But you agreed with her taking it, but not me. This is not
How
an argument.
exhausting, darling. Does everything have to be a fight with you people?
It's not a fight. We can
yes.
discuss
No,
it
can you
as
just
oldest.
let's just not. If you want it, Thentariel, have it. But why does everything have to be an argument about or a pissing contest between the lot of you? I've been with you for a couple of days and I'm already exhausted of it. Come on. Grow up, a whole lot of you. You're adventurers and you're a group that's supposed to work together, are you not? And why are you always at each other's throats?
You know, this is
Actually,
something that you...
this is much better. This is, I mean, I know you don't have like, this is actually pretty great.
Excuse me, Velen, I know that you're new to the group here, but I would like to say that you have constantly been bringing up us being at each other's throats constantly. You also have been instigating fights that are not fights, they're discussions.
Did I
Believe me.
instigate when I was backed into a corner and yelled at being told I was lying about everything? When I was not lying, I simply didn't tell you literally everything because you didn't ask the right leading questions.
I'm sorry, but I last checked that not telling does equate to lying.
No,
You're
it
being
doesn't.
asked.
It equates to omitting things because you didn't care to ask specifics.
Excellent.
Apologies that I didn't give you a freaking absolute exposition dump about literally every part of my life. I told you
Champion
everything
Frog
I
thinks
know,
we're doing it
Terrio.
again.
Terrio,
Champion
listen.
Frog thinks we're doing
I
it again.
agree with Chippy.
I think we should possibly go to Targos and see if there's anyone left, get some of the Chardolin, help the people who need help, and then maybe we can head out.
I will say, my people might be unwilling to listen at all unless we meet them with force. They are
Jeppy's pretty
incredibly stubborn.
persuasive.
We'll be ready.
I just want you to be prepared for that.
That's not a bridge we're crossing right now, so.
That's fine. That's fine.
If we are forced to fight them, I will not kill them. I cannot kill any more of them, and I do not want any of you to do so.
Nissa,
Okay.
And you hold yourself back.
Nissa, make me an insight check. Okay.
Well, should we get the cart situated? As supplies goes, I don't know if we're gonna get anything out of here. I can keep us fed. I can keep us fed every day, just so worst comes to worst.
We need rations for the animals, though.
And us as well.
Jesus, this one, two,
It will be extremely hard to get right now. I have none left.
We may have to find some kind of game on the road, if any. Rabbits,
Correct.
something.
Mortis is
I
on his
can-
way
I can
back.
help.
You can see that he's got He's got something in his hand. It looks like a wooden pole of some kind. Ray, you recognize it immediately. Mortis has got himself some fishing tackle.
Oh. Fuck.
Hey, so, I'm just saying, it's probably a good idea, Cheryl, to help out those people. They a few extra fishing poles. They're coming from East Haven, and they said, we got a few extra fishing poles, and if we needed any, they gave me one of these. It was pretty
Excellent.
nice.
Very good. Thank you, Mortis.
I
You did a
too
great
have
job.
fishing tackle we could use
Great.
if we can take the time. That is a good idea.
So what are we talking
Right.
about here? What are
We'll
we
fill
doing?
you in.
What's
We'll fill you in on the road.
Yeah, what's
You,
the details?
Yeah, we're heading back to Targos, but we can tell
Oh
you.
yeah,
but
Targos. We're gonna pick up some of that Chardonnay.
yeah,
actually, yes.
yes
Hey, all right.
and no.
You're not allowed to have it.
We
Not allowed to be touching it.
None of us can.
we have a
That
job
doesn't-
for you, Mortis.
That
That
doesn't
only
make any
you can
sense.
do.
Why are we going to pick up Chardonnay if we can't touch it?
We have a job that only you can do.
Is he picking
And
up
we need
Chardonnay?
your-
Because I can pick up
no,
Chardonnay really
no,
well.
No, absolutely not that. But you mentioned before that you can make a bag of holding, yes?
Yes,
Great. We need one.
I have one.
Another
We need
one.
a second one.
What? Why?
Okay.
Hold the Chardonnay.
Well, we have to go back
So
to...
we are picking up Chardonnay. Just I can't pick it up. It's just
okay.
me that can't pick up the Chardonnay.
Well, no, I'm
none
not,
of us
I can't
can
either.
really handle it.
We
can't
Seems-
touch the
That's
damn
why the
Chardonnay,
bag of
man.
holding.
Seems extremely offensive.
No, it's not offensive. We can't.
We physically can't touch it, Mortis. That's what
You
we're
saw-
saying, man.
How are we going to pick up the Chardonnay if we can't pick up the Chardonnay?
No, you
Well, we
just
can pick
swing
it
the
up with a
bag.
wrap it up. You know.
Oh, so I can. So as long as I've got stuff wrapped around my hands, then I can pick it up.
Yes.
So I can pick it up.
You can.
Great.
Yes.
Isn't there something you wanted him to do before we did that?
He just said I'm going to be picking up Chardonnay. Aren't you
Well,
listening?
Before that?
When they need to make.
So you need to make the bag of holding
Yes.
first. A separate bag
see-
of holding.
This is what
We
I
got
mean.
room in the other bag.
If you give each other the actual beginning of the whole thing, a lot
I
less
did.
fights would happen.
No, I told him about that. That's the first thing. Are you listening? What the fuck? You know what? You're starting to argue as much as we do. Do you get that?
It's true.
Then
It's
perhaps I
actually
fit
true.
in, darling. I don't take shit.
All right.
That is a very fair point. You do.
All right. Well, Mortis, if you can do that, if you can make the bag on our way, we can put some in a bag, and there's nothing wrong with having two of these
I'm
things.
still curious. Why do we need a second one? Well,
So what I
because
was-
there's
We'd
like a little
to
bit of a.
keep the Chardonnay separate from
What I was going-
anything.
Well, listen, if I make another bag of another bag of whole, and I can totally do that, because I have a lot of skills.
Mm-hmm.
But if I make another bag, then that's another thing that I can't make. You know what I mean? Because I can only make a certain amount of things,
Right. Mm-hmm.
and I
So-
can't
we
make
do
another
not need
thing
a
if I
very
make a bag.
large amount of it. We could just put it in a purse and pass it around between us so that no one person is in contact with it for too long.
I think a separate bag of holding can work for us beyond just what we plan. And we'll explain the plan on the way, Mortis. That way you can work on it while...
Oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. That's what I was trying to say in the beginning. So let's
That's fine.
all get together and get going, yes?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, so now we're going to Targos. Just one question: is the road to Targos anywhere close to the road to the Codicil? Because that's where Velen said that she would let me read the book.
Oh, I see someone was actually listening.
Let's
no,
say
I'm always
it's on
listening.
the
I
way.
just don't
Read the
understand
book.
what anybody's talking about half the time.
Read what book?
Her book.
I wave
Of
the leather-bound
Oh,
book. The book
God,
he's been
a steak.
obsessing over
It
the
would
entire
allow
time. Yes.
Mortis to learn more about what Velen knows.
I mean, that's
And
a
possibly
win-win,
help us.
you know, for everybody.
Would you like
really.
me to read your diary, darling? Because that's the equivalent.
I don't think you could read my diary.
You have a diary?
Well, you
Of course I have a diary.
really don't
Who
think
doesn't
that
have
I
a diary?
could.
You?
I don't have a diary.
I don't.
Hippie doesn't have a
All I'm
diary.
saying is, do you speak
That's
Goblin?
not the
Do you
point.
speak Goblin?
Teriel
If you don't
turns
speak
around
Goblin,
and he
you're not
walks
going to be
off.
reading my diary.
Well,
Goes
darling.
towards the cart.
Darling,
I think
Jeff, you
Ray
realize
follows
that's always
Teriel,
right.
laughing.
I have things that could make it so I could comprehend it.
Yeah, I
Oh, do
turn
you?
So I could read your
that
diary.
way and I
actually.
say, Moonbrook.
I use
let's go."
very complicated
They'll
code.
follow.
I don't think you'd be able to read my diary.
I'm
just
pretty
saying.
positive I could, darling.
All right, get them together. Let's go.
Okay. All right.
So, our group begins to prepare to head out to Targos, the city of Bryn Shander, overrun with refugees all around them. What will they find in the city of Targos, I wonder? Packing up the wagons, specifically the goblin wagon and the dog sled, they ready themselves for another trip out of the city.
I'll drive.
Okay.
Do we have any rations left to give the Axbeaks? Anything?
I have
And the
none.
dogs who've been starving this entire time.
I mean, I can.
Yeah.
He has
Nothing.
3 rations. Cheppy has 3 rations.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I cast Goodberry again to feed the animals.
They
should-
happily nom through all of them. Because they're animals and they just eat
Oh,
whatever
they're
they
gonna
can.
be fucking eating.
Yeah.
I think Ray's getting a little bit of flashbacks from when he had all those shoved down his throat. Just might be a little grossed out, and I'm just gonna leave. Yeah,
We should
all good.
stop somewhere to fish if we can on the way.
Okay, that's fine. Can we make it
You don't like
around?
fish?
I really don't. Oh, and you don't know. Oh, that's
Oh, great. Save it for the road. Let's go.
Very well.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Teriel's in the driver's seat.
Just to be clear,
Um,
who is where? Velen, are you on your dog sled with your one remaining
Yep.
kobold companion?
Of course.
Oh, there's
My darling.
Zombie Dax?
Oh, was it outside the whole time? He's probably stiff.
no, he's fine.
Yeah, you probably had to cover him up or something before.
I have lots of furs. It's all right.
Can I be walking alongside the cart? And I tell you why, because yeah, I definitely want to, because I am going to use my bullshit skill and try to look for food along the way.
Okay.
Bullshit.
I will walk with her just to kind of keep an eye out. Be there in case anything happens.
10 feet within us? Just asking.
Yeah, we're close.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I'm not going off too far to anything.
So, carts and the sleds set out. Sled set out. Velen, are you driving your sled?
Yes.
Okay. And are you all sort of heading on the road to Targos? Just to be clear.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you begin to follow the path up to Targos. There is still much smoke in the air as you make your exit from the city of Bryn Shander. The still freezing cold of Icewind Dale buffets you as you leave the walls of Bryn Shander and begin your journey back to Targos. The smoke, as I said, is heavy in the air as you leave, and you continue your journey to Targos. Most of you in the goblin wagon made by Mortis. And Moonbrook on the outside. Now, Moonbrook, to use your special bullshit, the cart will have to stop.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this bitch. Hey, hold on a second. This looks like a good spot to look for me. Stop. Just stop. Just fucking stop, man.
All right. You have to be calm. It's good. It's okay. Yeah.
All right.
What's up?
Hold
What's
on.
wrong?
No, this just looks like a good spot, man. Hold on. She's gonna cover her eyes for a second, then like start to wander out, like look really weird doing it. Wander off to the side of the road.
Okay. Moonbrook, you begin to head off to try and use your special bullshit. Can you explain what that does, please? You are a wanderer.
I am a wanderer, because, you know, Moonbrook had to survive out there on the road. But yeah, so wanderers can try to find food and fresh water for myself and 5 other people, provided that the land offers berries, small game, water, and so forth. Also, I'm really good at maps, which is why I'm always the map reader, so...
Yeah, so this would be categorized as small game. You might be able to find some small animals, I would think. Maybe some rabbits or some foxes, maybe? You might be able to find. And yeah, you can say expend a few arrows. Say go ahead and roll me a d6. Okay, so of the arrows that you shoot, we'll say 6 arrows, you're able to recover 2. So 4 arrows have been spent or broken, basically, in the process of hunting some game. But yeah, you bring enough for basically a ration of 6 rations total.
I come back to the cart, a little frigid, but holding, you know, pieces of meat. Like from like little, you know, spindles or the strings, and I climb into the cart and just hold it up like super proud of myself. All right, let's burn these bitches. I mean, don't really burn them, but like cook them, you know, proper like. So,
yeah, I can help clean those.
Yeah, this is
Chippy can
I
warm
did
you up.
this. I did this. I'm really good at it. So
No, I appreciate it.
she
Good
hands
job.
them off.
Good. Are we ready to go? Is there anything else we need?
Yeah, are you hungry? Do you want some food? Because man, I just spent this time doing this and
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
we can
We can do it.
Probably would have
We've
taken
got
about
nothing.
an hour or so, we can assume.
We're burning daylight, darlings. Let's go.
There's a
We
fire
can
back
look
there,
on the
right?
move, can we not?
Everlasting
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
There's no
Sure.
I
daylight.
know.
thanks, Moonbrook.
It's a
Thank
figure of
you.
expression.
Thank you
No,
so
I
much.
get it.
You're welcome.
It's a
Thanks
figure
for
of
the
speech.
rabbit.
You did
It's
really
more
well.
like a
Thank
rub
you,
salt in the
Moonbrook.
wound with the
Thank you,
light
Chappie.
anyway.
I think I would have giggled at that as soon as Vellynne said that. Okay, so I think I'm probably in the back and I'm cleaning these rabbits. Ray would have a really
Gonna
good
move
idea how to
while
do
they're
it.
doing
and
that, I mean.
yeah, I'll be preparing everything, and then since we've got the fire right there, I'm roasting it. And I will. Do I have a stick or something? I'm probably. Can somebody? I need a stick. Anybody?
You can assume that there would be something to help you in the cart. You don't have to.
Oh, like a spit?
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
Jesus.
probably like a spit or something.
Oh,
yeah.
Ray is so happy. Yeah, just I'm roasting a rabbit. Big smile.
Sure. Yeah, give me a survival check there, Ray.
Absolutely.
Are you a cook? You have.
Fuck. No, I have a +7 to survival.
If you-
definitely you put it on the spit, and it's
With
very
spit.
it's very uneven. Like it's a very uneven cook. There's parts that are burned, and then there's parts that are really not very cooked at all.
Ray, is this gonna make us sick?
Yeah,
What
it's
the hell is this, man?
Look, I'm sorry. This is different. Look, we're all crowded in here, right? Right? Shoulder to shoulder here. I'm trying my best.
Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna blame us for
can't-
your
I'm gonna eat it
rabbits.
Are you,
I'm gonna
did
eat
you
it
just call
anyways.
me fat? Is that what you
No,
just said?
no, I didn't. No.
Mortis,
Look,
if
I'm
you
just calling you-
did.
It sounded like you
Morty
just called me
fat,
fat.
man.
eat around the
No,
raw
you did.
and give it back to me.
Don't call Morty fat,
Get around
please.
the raw.
I don't think I really want to eat anymore.
No, it's fine.
No, it's fine. I don't really want to eat right now.
Nissa just takes it and like puts it in her mouth and starts chewing and shakes her head at all of
Yeah,
you.
see, there you go. Look
Yeah,
at that.
I'll eat it.
Just do what you have to do. We need the energy.
Oh,
No,
God.
I don't think Ray
No.
really wants me to eat anymore. What he said.
No, what are you talking? You only eat mayonnaise.
Ray, do you want a ladder?
What? No,
Climb out
I'm
the
not.
hole
I'm
you're
not. Listen. Oh my God. Fine. You know what? Fine. Fine. You don't want to eat
No,
it.
it's fine. I'll just go drive the front of the car, Ray. It's fine. I don't want to
No,
encroach on
I-
your space.
No, I look.
My dogs will eat it if you don't want it.
The next time I do this, I'll be better at it.
No, I
I'll
just
get a
expect
feel.
it better from you, Ray. That's all.
What did you? I cleaned.
Fun trip to Targos.
I cleaned these things. No one else. Whatever.
I found these things, so what's up, man?
I'm pouting.
I'm just driving a
So
cart.
is Mortis.
Mortis is up in the
Just-
front there with you, trying to.
I what's wrong? Why are you leaning head over
I'm
there?
not. I'm not leaning. That's because I'm fat.
Oh God.
You're not fat.
Oh.
I never.
Ray, you know he's sensitive. Why would
I
you
didn't say it.
I can read between the lines, Ray.
There's no lines. There's
There
no
were
lines.
two lines that you put down, and I'm between
No.
them,
Oh my God.
and I'm touching both of them because I'm fat.
Great. Yep. That's just. You know what? Ray, just apologize for calling him fat.
I'm sorry. You know what? Mortis. You're not fat.
Yes?
You're not fat. Okay? This is my fault. You're absolutely right. I was deflecting because I know how to cook, and I don't know why I screwed up as much as I did.
Wait a
Maybe I'm
minute.
nervous. I don't
Mortis,
know.
Did you bring up his tiny lightning thunder thing again?
No, and why would you? Oh, God.
I just thought that started a spark. I mean, it wouldn't start a spark in the first place because it was kind of
Jesus.
tiny.
Look,
I just was like,
God, if I could, I would.
just say.
I know that Ray is very sensitive about the size of his lighting, so I have not been
Oh.
bringing it up here. But thank you for your
Gross.
apology, Ray.
You're welcome. I'll try to do better cooking next time. I'm also going to make sure that in the future I can purify it if I screw it up like this again so it doesn't make anybody sick.
It tastes fine to
I'm
me.
sorry.
So, you know, because I like my meat rare, so it's fine.
Thank
So
you.
I think we're probably not too far from Targos. So what exactly is the plan?
Right, I meant to tell you that. So, here's the deal. We have to go to Nissa's tribe area at the end of this whole thing anyway, right? Because
Like the end of
underneath
this road?
is Wagala
Yeah.
blah blah. Right. Well, she's nervous about going there because she don't know if they're going to attack on sight or if they're going to receive us with open arms, which probably not the case, and she's technically slaughtered everyone.
We may
thought-
be forced to fight them and make them submit and then convince them.
Okay, didn't know she was listening. Well, yes. So barbarians typically answer to the call of strength, and strength would be her bringing a piece of the dragon that she slayed, and presenting that she could handle the fact that it is made out of Charlatan, and I'm pretty sure they will, well, react to it in some sort of way. If she shows true strength past the influence of that Charlatan, then maybe we'll have a chance of, you know, persuading them to join us or be backup if need be, and or let her back into the tribe, and maybe even better, make her leader.
So
The bag of holding.
right.
But so does all your tribe look like you, Nissa?
No, they are all human. But they are fierce warriors. They are at least as strong and fearsome as I.
So, and we have to fight them.
We
No,
probably
not necessarily.
will. I do not think we can convince them without a battle.
So what do we have to convince them for? What do we, I don't understand.
To help us.
Help us with what?
Well, it's more so for. I'm thinking that it's more for Nissa than them, so she can stop hiding from her demons and face them head on. And
I do
gain
not
I
something
thought
back
you
that she
had the
lost.
demons. Didn't we go to a temple to stop the demons? I don't know where you kept them. If they were like
It's
in
not
your
a
pocket or
Unless
something.
we
Meaning of
need them to
demons.
help us, I don't think it's worth even approaching them. We'll have to fight. We may.
Oh, see, I'm
not
on board
win.
with that. I don't think we should. Yeah.
So you don't
I
want to
think
get
we
the
should be
shot
prepared to meet them if we must, but I don't think we should seek them out.
Oh, was your tribe nomadic?
Well, we're not
Did they move
seeking them
around?
out.
They did move around.
Yes.
So if we do, okay.
I think we should get the Charlatan. I think
Okay.
once we go there, we'll deal with it. We'll
Yeah, if
deal
we
with
don't-
whatever happens.
Right,
But
if
I
you have
don't
to
think we
present it,
should go. Yeah, I don't think we should go seeking them unless we need their help.
No,
It's
but
more
this
of
is
a
smart
fail.
just in case for for your benefit and okay,
Yes, it's more of a fail-safe if anything.
sure. Okay.
I mean, I'm up for whatever, as long as I get to, read the book and then, look at all the cool stuff in that place.
Yeah, I think I'd be more open and maybe even help you with translation if you can build that, bag of holding.
Translation? You mean translation?
Well, there could be elven magic there, some of the strongest magic ever.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah, but I thought, didn't she say something about, she said something about the elves. Didn't she?
Yeah, that we're fucking cool, man.
No, I don't think that was it. I think she said something like, the city, had some elves, or, I don't know, something.
Mm. There could be locks. There could be stuff that I can translate or maybe even open.
Well, now, if it's a lock, I mean, come on.
Well, magical lock.
I mean, Moonbrook is really good at locks.
Magical lock, maybe. You sound intrigued. Yes.
Yes.
Good. So if we can make that bag of holding so we can get the Charlatan and
Right,
then it
right,
won't
bag of
affect
holding.
everyone.
Yeah, I just have to sacrifice some other stuff. It's fine. Yeah. Do whatever.
Go probably pick up supplies. Who knows?
Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and start working.
Thank you.
Just, sacrifice my own personal needs.
Yeah. Well, the greater good, Mortis. The greater good.
Shall we continue onward?
Oh yeah,
We've been moving.
we're going.
Good.
So, you continue your journey along the road to Targos. The smoke grows thicker as you approach the town. You can see and have seen perhaps some survivors along the way, refugees making their way towards Bryn Shander. People that weren't able to get out before, maybe. But you arrive at Targos, for what remains of it.
Oh, whoa. Easy there. There you go. This place is still on fire, huh? That's great.
No,
Oh, okay.
but much of the town is in fact destroyed. The walls are mostly intact, but there is a lot of smoke that's still emanating from the remains of the town. Much of the town is in fact destroyed. As you approach, the gates are open. There are several carts outside. Debris is piled up inside carts.
Do we see any guards now?
You can see that there are people about, but I don't know if you see any guards.
Okay. Are we able to drive the car inside the gates or no?
I would say there's probably a lot of stuff there, so I don't think so.
All right, and this is the only entrance and exit, correct?
Yes.
Nope, that's water. Okay. All right. Well,
It's frozen water.
I think we should not put the cart where everybody is walking back and forth. We remember the incident we had before, and we
I
want
could
to make
also
sure.
stay with them.
That's good. All right, we can do that. Mortis, you're gonna stay here, right, and work on the bag of holding, or are you done?
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, you know, you just do whatever. I guess I don't have to pick up Charlene. You know, as you said, I can't pick it up. So I guess I'll just stay here.
That works.
All right. I'll keep him company.
All right, so
We have any friends in here we should check in on? Jeppy can't remember.
Yeah, we do. Gareth is here, isn't he?
Yeah.
Is
Gareth's
that...
here.
And his husband.
Is it... Yeah. Jeppy couldn't remember if it was here or not. We should check and see if they survive, maybe.
We would know generally where the...
Where they lived.
Yeah, where they lived. So is it close to... Yeah, was it close to where the majority of the destruction was? Would we know that?
I'm sorry, what specifically?
So we know that Gareth is here, right? And well, or
Garrett.
was. Right. So would we knew where his house was, and we also
You
considered
haven't really
we thought the
inspected
dragon.
the city yet. I mean, you're outside. You saw some
Yeah, I
of
just
the
wondering
city
if it
was
was closer.
destroyed.
Yeah.
They have they have a small house that is I'll tell you what, Ray.
Keegan and... Yes. Sorry, Gareth.
And Garrett.
I'll tell you what,
Gareth,
Ray.
sorry.
It's time to make a roll for me, Ray.
Yes, it's gonna be great. Can't wait.
Roll me a D4.
1.
they did.
So, their house is located on the northwestern side of the city.
Ugh.
Northwest.
That's.
If Jeppy remembers where it is, can she say?
Absolutely.
Is that one, isn't it?
I think the thing is when we first heard the dragon attack, I mean, it literally was coming from, the west going east, and it hit north first. We knew that because we were in the south. That would have been the first place it would have hit.
Well, let's fucking go and check on him, man.
All right.
Yes, let's find out if he still lives.
Okay, so
We can also check on the Luskin Arms with Justin Hungray. See if they're still there, not cooked,
Let's not put it in that terms. I don't.
Okay, so you and Nissa and Ray, you gonna stay with us, or you gonna go with them?
Yeah, I'll stick with you.
Okay, so me, Ray, and Chappie will go to the Charlene Dragon, and Teriel grabs furs. We'll wrap it and hopefully bring it back with Mortis, or we can meet you in the middle of town if you want, or you can just come back to the cart. Shake your
So, do you want me to go look for Gareth?
Yeah, you two go and look for. You know the town better than us, that's for sure.
Yeah, sure.
I will go with Moonbrook.
Yes,
Just
absolutely.
don't touch the Charlene.
We're not
I
gonna
know
touch
you know
Charlene.
that.
Touch the
I
Charlene.
know, and I know you
Got
worried.
it.
We'll be fine.
All right, let's move out.
Okay.
Teriel jumps down and goes to see Velen.
Cheppy's going to follow.
Yeah, I'm right behind.
Velen, hey.
Yes? What is it?
We're going to the dragon, and Moonbrook and Nissa are going to check on a few people that we met along our journeys, see if they're still around or about. If you could please stay here, if you don't mind, with Mortis. He's constructing a bag of holding for us. And,
Right, I already agreed to that. That was my idea, darling.
I was just checking.
Yeah.
All right, then. Thanks.
All right.
And Teriel turns and kind of looks at Ray and Cheppy and puts a fur around Cheppy and a fur around Ray and pulls his call type and goes towards the dragon.
Don't forget, there might still be some Dwergar around. Don't get shanked. They turn invisible.
Cheppy's gonna snuggle into her fur and walk with them.
So, Cheppy, Ray, and Teriel head off to the remains of the Charlatan dragon near the center of town. We join Nissa and Moonbrook as they check on Garrett, Keegan, and Boy. Heading throughout the town, the two of you see the devastation left by the dragon. There are burned buildings all around you. There are carts piled with covered bodies. People in the streets weeping. And much of Targos is destroyed. But there are many houses that still stand. There are people helping each other.
There is still good here. Perhaps if we can bring back the warmth, they can rebuild.
Yeah, no, there's always been good here. That's the thing, right? As negative as I am, I know that there is a fighting spirit about the Dale. That's why we're here, right? We're fighters, right? We don't give up. These people don't give up. How many people have we seen die in front of us because of her sacrifices? Many. So this is nothing. It is something. It's a great, big loss of life, but we will survive. We're here.
Yes. We will still be here. Do you remember which way is Garrett's house?
Yeah, I've got a pretty good memory. You know, I'm pretty good at... You know?
I hope he's all right.
Approaching a house up ahead. Moonbrook leading the way. You can see a large swath of burned houses across the street. And Garrett and Keegan's house remains.
That's that house right there.
Oh, it still
Moonbrook
stands.
Yeah, she takes off running towards it and, like, beats on the door.
Yeah, I'm right behind her.
Open up!
You start to
Come
pound on
on.
the door, and it opens.
Holy shit, man.
Hello?
Garrett?
Garrett.
Garrett? Keegan? Boy.
The force of your hand pounding on the door seems to have opened it. It was not locked. Inside the house, you can see things spilled out on the floor. You can see that there's a blanket that's sort of been left there. A few bone carvings that have been broken and spilled on the floor. But they are not here.
I'm gonna take some time to look around to see if there's any like blood or anything, like signs of a struggle. Is that alright?
Sure. Give me an investigation.
Okay. Alright.
There are no signs of a struggle, but there are signs of haste. You get the impression that they left in a hurry. And I don't know if that makes you feel better, but I think, if anything, it would give you a sign of hope that they might have gotten away from this place.
Perhaps they made it out. It looks like they left in a hurry. It would have been wise of them not to stay.
Yeah, just on the way back, we need to check and see if we see any carts with their bodies on it.
And we can try. I don't know if they'd be recognizable. There are so many burned bodies. But we can try. If they are alive, at least they have a home to come back to.
Yeah, let's leave their things here. They'll be back for it. They've got to rebuild, man. Targos is not dead. It's just a little burnt.
Singed.
So, Moonbrook's gonna shuffle Nissa out and, like, close and lock the door. I mean, I guess the best she can from the outside. She'll take, actually, you know what? She'll take time to reverse toolkit that lock to see if she can lock it. If that's a thing.
I mean, I think you would just get the impression that the door was just left, probably slammed or something, and it wasn't locked. You won't need to do anything. You just merely need to close and lock the door.
I just don't want people to steal this stuff, man. So, yeah, we'll just close it then.
If
Close
we can
the
find
door.
them.
And that's a good place for us to take our break.
They might be alive. There's piano music. But they might be alive, okay? So
I think it's good to have hope. It's great.
Yeah, weirdly, Moonbrook and Nissa, who are generally pretty pessimistic, are the most hopeful.
it's so funny. But yeah, it's true.
Yeah. We're going to take a little bit of a break here, folks. Give the cast a chance to use the bathroom, get a snack, etc. If you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all of these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/rime, R-I-M-E. Go follow them in all of the places. Please go give them a follow. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go support these lovely people. Or just go sub to them. You know, if you want to just go help support them, that would be super fantastic. The great people, great role players. Go follow them in all the places. Make sure you're following us here on Table Story on Twitch, on YouTube, and at A Table Story on Twitter. And come hang out in the Discord. We've got a wonderful Discord with loads of channels for all the different shows that we do, and a wonderful community that is also a bunch of really great role players. Come hang out, and you might even be able to find a game if you check out the Looking for Group channel. Go check it out. tablestory.tv/Discord. We're going to be back in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more Rime of the Frostmaiden. I assure you, we are in the very meat and potatoes of the story here, folks. There's a lot of good stuff to come. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a little bit. Ray, Cheppy, and Teriel stand at the ruins of what remains of the Charlatan dragon. When you arrive, you can see that only some of it remains.
This is odd.
Yeah, where's the rest of it? There should still be more dragon, right?
Yes. It makes me think that, this is what I was afraid of. Maybe the Duergar came and took pieces of it to reconstruct. Maybe make another one in the end later. Zarok still had followers. Hell, maybe even Zarok can be resurrected. For all we know, we didn't finish the job as I wanted to. I wanted to smash his crown and take his gauntlet and destroy it, and then destroy the body.
You didn't have time.
I understand, but what if this full circle's all over again?
I guess we have to hope we finish this before that happens.
Let's say we do. Let's say we finish it. We bring warmth, all this stuff. But what stops these Duergar from releasing another dragon? Or even worse, maybe it wasn't them. Maybe it was someone else. Maybe it was the Arcane Brotherhood.
Cheppy really doesn't trust her. Cheppy wants to, but maybe the Brotherhood is doing something. We won't know until we try, Teriel. Cheppy thinks we have to at least give it a try.
Yes, of course. Teriel looks at the dragon. Is the head missing?
The dragon wasn't necessarily intact. When it collapsed, it didn't necessarily explode, but it would have fallen apart, basically. And
We see all
was
those
heavily
pieces?
damaged. There are pieces about, but not everything remains.
That's all I need to know.
Maybe other people picked it up. We don't know. It might not just be the Duergar. Maybe there are dwarves around.
We should destroy the whole thing.
How?
Teriel looks towards the lake.
Are we going to be able to move all of this to the lake?
Leaving it here poses danger. Now, we could say it's not up to us to do anything about it, but we might have to end up dealing with it like we have to end up dealing with everyone else's issues. It just seems like it's piling on at this point. Starting to get burnt out. We have a track to be on, and we're starting to derail every left or right and saving this town and that town and this person and that person. This will cause more problems in the end. I just don't want to come back to another town burning once we succeed or fail.
I don't think we can take that task on right now. Maybe we could try and find somebody and just let them know to keep everyone away from the Charlatan.
Yes. Ray.
Yeah.
Teriel looks up. Do you see any one of your friends you can call down?
Even if I did, I wouldn't be able to. What do you need?
Need to send a message to the dwarves. They can get rid of this. They can research it. They can. It's just they would understand this.
Okay. I can't do it today, but tomorrow I can. However, if we can find any, I don't know, guards or something.
You haven't seen
Just-
one guard.
Okay.
You can't just talk to any random bird and tell them to go to the dwarves.
I can't just do that. I wish I could. It's something I have to. I have to sort of. Yeah, I have to. When I'm sort of communing in the morning, I
Let's
can't.
sleep on it.
But I can. Oh God, I can try something.
Wait a minute. Ray,
Yeah.
there was a dwarf here, right? That
There
used to be a
was.
part of that band, and maybe we can get him to contact them.
Oh, in Targos. No, that was in Bryn Shander.
Was it?
The ones that sent us for the iron.
No.
Did we meet one here?
There was a dwarf
I don't
that
remember.
left. Maybe he wasn't with me. Maybe it was Mortis. I thought all three of us went. He would make figurines, you know?
It was in Brain Shander.
Oh, that was in Bryn Shander. Yeah, that's.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe if the others found.
Okay. You want to try and get a message to him and then see if he can get with the dwarves? That's what you're thinking?
If we can't get with the dwarves ourselves, then yes.
Okay. I can try it. On the way passing Bryn Shander, I can get into the city really fast. I can get right to him. And then right back out as you guys keep going.
Are we going back that way, or is the way we're going out from Targos?
We're going northeast, I believe. So, safer to stay on the road for as long as possible.
Wait, northeast?
The group didn't decide on a direction. You guys just
I
said you
thought
were
they
heading to
mentioned the
Targos.
area. When she mentioned the area, Ray would have known.
What area?
Well,
You all just
Okay.
talked about going to Targos. I don't think you made a decision.
Oh no! But I figured. Okay, so and I have to apologize
it's fine.
for not being here last week. I'm trying. We talked about the region. She talked about the region it was in, and we knew that's where Nissa's tribe is, right?
Right.
That's northeastern, right? That's sort of where my thinking is. And we said we'd help her, so.
Well,
But that's true. That's fair. Okay. Like I said, when we go past Bryn Shander, I can get to him really fast and get back out, if you want me to do that.
we may not have a choice. If we let this sit here, we don't know who or what hands this falls in. Like safer with the dwarves, they have the means of moving it fast. They could break it down.
I think it's a good idea. Just as we're leaving, we could just get you to go in and try to talk to him. At least just leave a message, even if you have to leave him a message somewhere. Just get that information to the dwarves so that they can come here and take care of it. Or at least somebody can.
Okay.
All right. The head. What do we? What's intact enough that we see? I'm sorry.
It's. I mean, nothing is 100% intact. There's really just this dilapidated remnant of this Chardelin dragon. If you were to look at it, you might not even be able to tell necessarily what it was. There's scraps of Chardelin that are sort of broken apart and torn, and there's some kind of mechanism that was inside that is, sort of twisted and wrecked.
Okay.
Whatever remains is sort of like a It almost looks like a husk of a
like a carcass almost.
yeah,
right?
like a car.
Like a
you know, if
mechanical-
you've ever seen a car
Okay.
that's been lit on fire, you know,
Yeah.
and sort of seen the remnants. You know, you can see Chardolin here and there, but it has clearly been picked apart. You don't have to make a roll. Like it is, you know, it's been there's bits and pieces that have been taken out. So I wouldn't
It's
say that
cannibalized?
it's cannibalized for sure. Like there is no head, you know. They're I'll tell you what, roll me a d6, Teriel. Okay, part of the tail is remaining.
Okay. And there's pieces of
pretty-
the mechanism.
Yeah, it's hard to even tell what was really inside, but the
Okay.
tail is pretty big, right? So it was probably the part that was least you know, it's the furthest away from, you know, wherever this breath was coming from. And it's also pretty thick. So like it must have been very hard to break apart, whatever. So most of that is intact.
Okay. Tara's gonna point out the areas, and he said there's remnants of a mechanism here. I think this is where the tail is, and this is the front. Why don't we grab as much as we can of this mechanism, and then grab the largest piece that's able to be carried of the Chardolin, and we can give this to Mortis.
Hey guys, hey. You need some help?
Hey,
What happened here?
I mean,
Some of
we
the
have-
dragon's missing.
It
So
looks like,
someone else has taken it?
I mean,
More
people
than
of
likely.
opportunity.
Oh.
That's what this place is.
So the plan is to try to, if we're going by Bryn Shanter on the way to wherever we're going, then Ray will go in and let a friend of ours know. Hopefully, can get to our dwarf friends, the Battlehammers, to come and pretty much clean this up. Because if we leave this here, we know who knows what hands or who hands is going to get into, and we can only assume that it was the Duergar from before that took this, and we may see another dragon future down the road. Hopefully not. But I'm saying we should probably take this in here. These are remnants of a mechanism that maybe controlled the dragon of some sort. Mortis would be happy beyond belief if we brought him back something that has anything to do with
agree.
this, right? And then we
Yeah,
take
definitely.
this over here is the tail. It's thick, and it's I mean, even if we bought, no matter what we bring to your tribe, it's gonna look like just giant chunks of Chardolin. The good thing is that you can't just find this anywhere. So, and of course, this is just a failsafe. So I say we take what's already at pieces, the biggest piece we can carry, and part of that neck, as much as that mechanism as possible.
Biggest piece we can carry that can fit in the bag, because I think there's like a size thing
Yes.
and a weight
Yeah.
thing.
I do not think the size of the piece will matter, to be honest.
Morty told us that.
Yeah, no, in the bag itself. We'll just sort of lop off the tip of it.
Yes.
Okay.
I do think Morty will be
Sorry. Yeah.
happy to see the mechanism, especially.
All right, so here's the deal. Moonbrook, you're good at dislodging things. Would you mind getting the mechanism? And Nissa and I will work on lopping off a clean cut on the tail.
So you mean like getting it separated? Like, what do you want me to do here? Just
Well,
kind
it's
of
in
give me...
pieces right here, so you can probably just make sure there's no Chardolin attached to the mechanism. We wouldn't want that, right? More
Just wear your gloves.
Don't touch
My
it.
gloves have holes in them, man. But okay, yeah, sure. It's fine.
Do you have something that could cover your fingertips?
Yes, I got it right here. And she'll take off her scarves and wrap her hands in it and start fiddling the best she can with the hands that are covered
Sure.
with cloth.
Sure. So you guys are going to spend some time trying to take apart this thing as best as you can. Yeah, I want an attack roll from Teriel and from Nissa. Ray, Cheppy, what are you doing?
I think Cheppy's gonna be standing there watching, making sure that like no one's touching anything, like kind of keeping an eye out.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm looking around since they're focused on that, so I'm just paying attention to the area.
Okay. And Moonbrook, you're trying to separate the Chardalyn from this mangled interior here. This will not be easy. Go ahead and make me... Oh boy. This is probably going to be sleight of hand, I think. Okay. So. You are spending time, and this is a lot of time, trying to investigate this this mangled mess of metal that's inside the Chardalyn dragon casing. It's horrible. There's all these bits that are just sort of fused together that have kind of melted, and there's like lumps of metal, and you don't think you can get it out.
She comes like out of the gap of this. Look, we have a problem here, okay? I didn't touch anything, don't worry, I'm not crazy. However, I cannot get this thing apart. There's just too much shit in there, man. It's like melted together, like it's all combined. I can't do it, so...
Maybe Morty needs to come and look at it?
Well, I don't think he can either. I'm just being, being very honest.
At this point?
Yeah, it's
It
fine.
might just be best to leave it and take a little piece that we can get.
Right.
Yeah, it was just a thought. So if we
Teriel,
can't get it, then we pass by.
You and Nissa, it basically would have stopped in your work to separate the tail. This is like labor. And periodically you have to stop because you might be worried that you break your weapons, sort of smashing repeatedly. You have definitely done some work. I would say that you've chopped through like half of this while Moonbrook has been working. We'll say for like the last 20 minutes, you've sort of been taking whacks at this thing. You know, and you have to give yourself breaks. If you've ever swung an axe before, you know, doing it repeatedly for hours isn't really a thing. You got, 10, 20 minutes before you have to take a break. And that's chopping wood. Chopping metal is not pleasant. So you've definitely done some work. You think you could probably get the tail off if you spend maybe another 20 minutes. But doing something with that mangled mess inside, it's all fused together. It's all kind of melted and, welded together. That's just a mess.
Let's just take this piece.
All right. Teriel takes off his furs and starts to wrap the piece slowly. He just kind of lays the furs down and looks at everyone that's able to put a foot on it with covered foot, I would think. I don't know about Nissa. And I kind of kick it along, move it along. Maybe Cheppy can do her other hand thing.
Oh, right.
And help it along. And we try to push it up on the furs.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
It's super heavy. All of you kind of working together can move it. And periodically while you have been doing this, you can all feel those sort of similar feelings like you felt in Zardarok's fortress. That beckoning of power, that feeling of corruption.
I think I'd step back and be like, I need to back away. Just be careful. I cannot come any closer.
It's fine. All right. If we get it up on the furs, going to tie up the furs as tight as as Teriel possibly can.
I think Cheppy would probably hand him over some extra rope as well.
Maybe we can, like, drag it behind us for now until we get to the sled, so we don't have to carry it.
Good idea.
Teriel, work on the ropes.
Yeah, help.
Over the course of the next another 30 minutes or so, we can assume that you have you've dragged this very heavy, it's probably several 100 pounds of metal and chatelaine back to the cart.
We can't put this in the back. It's not gonna fit, man.
I thought this was gonna be a lot smaller as well. I think Morty will get mad if we try to put something several 100 pounds on the cart. The axe
We need
piece
to
might
put
not.
Oh no,
I
it's,
thought we were planning on putting it in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
No,
It's
no.
not.
Morty told us that we can't. That we can only do it so big, and like how much weight can go in there. I don't know how much it is exactly, but I don't think it's this
Then
big.
we bring out our expert to dismantle whatever he needs to do to this thing and put it in there, right? We have to start trusting him somehow, I guess.
But won't he have to touch it to dismantle it?
It's Mortis. He's gonna touch it anyway.
We only need a small piece.
Look, they had me working on this.
Could we just
bag,
cut the very,
okay?
very tip
And
off?
I'm
Just a little piece.
I'm
He
done,
has the
okay?
tools to
bag
make
is
and do
done.
what he needs to do to
Everything's
make this
done.
thing
I'm just here
viable.
waiting, and I'm
He'll
just trying-
be able to reserve
and
as
I'm
much
also
as.
waiting for you to stop
Oh,
touching.
God.
All right,
need
let's
such
go
a big
see if we can.
piece?
All I'm saying is
Mortis!
they would pass
Let's
the
go
time
get
really
cut it
easily
up.
if I could just read
Just
something.
call him
You
Morty
gotta
so he'll
prepare
stop
it.
or
It's
something.
okay,
That
it'll
way.
be nice.
Moonbrook is your friend.
Yeah, Morty.
Huh? Oh, hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, my
Oh, look,
friend.
what you guys there? That look like
You're
something.
here.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
looks
I
great,
need
doesn't
you
it?
to do us a favor, all right?
I
need you to
another
take-
one.
Yes, Morty. This is me. I saved your life, man.
Huh? I mean, I wasn't really like keeping score or anything, but you know,
Well,
I'm
I mean,
pretty
I
sure.
am. So
Pretty sure we've all, saved each other's lives a few times. I'm just saying, I feel like lording that over everybody isn't really.
Mortis, you're gonna
okay.
do something
No.
fantastic, and Moonbrook has such a great task for you. Only the great Mortis can do. Am I right?
Yeah, only you can do it, man. We need your help. This is your calling. All right?
Your calling.
You hear me?
Okay.
Your calling.
So what are we talking
Teriel
about?
moment,
trusts
Morty.
Mortis so much for this task because it's so important. It can affect us all, actually. Yeah, if
Really?
it's not done correctly.
Mortis the Great, you will be called. All right? If you can
will
do
be
this.
You want to say what it
Calling you
is
that.
first, or?
Yeah, I just need you to like dismantle this fucking thing so we can put it in
Oh
the
yeah,
bag.
I can dismantle fucking things all the time.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I know.
it's-
That's what I'm saying. So you were the only person that can do this. Like you
Try
are
and-
amazing.
Just
Yeah, I'm super good at
Sounds-
dismantling stuff.
Touch it with your
Okay,
skin.
Alrighty. Translation: it's the tip of the dragon's
Okay,
tail.
dismantling a tip, got it.
Yes.
You
And
want
you
to
gonna
put the
put
tip
some in
in
the bag?
that?
Excuse
So wait,
me.
what do you mean? Oh, you want me to? Oh, you want to put that in the bag of holding? Why didn't you
Not
just
the
say
whole
so?
thing, man, because that's what I'm trying to tell you. You're not listening. I know that okay.
She's trying to say
Mortis
just the
Great.
tip, darling. She wants to put just the tip in the back.
If you
You
can
have
fit
to
it
Oh,
all,
fit
okay.
it, not the whole
if you
thing.
can fit
Just
it
the
all
tip.
in there,
just the
then
tip
fit
of
it all
it.
in there.
No,
Right.
we can't
Right.
fit it all in there. We only can put the tip
Well,
in.
see,
But
the
is
thing
it-
with the bag is, so you can only it's like 2 feet 2 feet or so in diameter. I think that tail is probably just a little too thick, to fit it in there.
Right.
I can try and cram it in there, but I don't know if it'll fit.
We wouldn't want to rip
see
the
that
bag.
the girth is the girth is too. It's crazy. So just take
It's
a little
not really
bit.
the problem is the length, because
Okay.
we might
all
be
right.
able to.
So what if we cut the length?
That's just wrong.
What? That's wrong. That is wrong, dear.
Did you say
What?
2
You're
feet?
just
or-
trying to take Charlene with you.
Did you
Just
say 2
slice the
feet or
tip
2?
off.
I mean,
a
it's
bit.
better if I just dismantle the whole thing,
2 feet or 2
Just
inches?
don't touch
then we
it
just
with
go-
your skin and get to work.
All I'm saying is,
Please.
we can only go about. It's only about 2 feet wide and about
Okay.
4 feet deep. So
Then can you make it 2 feet wide and 4 feet deep to make a perfect fit?
that doesn't make any sense. Look, I can dismantle this whole thing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
All right.
Just the break. Do that. All right.
What does it look? Okay, fine. Yeah, sure.
Well, how big is the tip?
It's quite
I
large.
mean, I can try and. I have a. I have measuring tape.
Do you measure
someplace.
it?
We had to
Please.
drag it. It's so big.
Okay.
And
Hold
heavy.
on. Before
Ooh,
you do anything.
well, that might be a problem. How heavy is it?
It's pretty heavy. It's fucking heavy.
But
as
if you
shit, man.
dismantle it, you great one. You
Well, if
would
I
be able
dismantle
to-
it, it's still gonna be the same weight.
Oh.
Well, we're
Well,
just gonna
just-
take a little
You,
bit
you know,
of
did
it.
you ever hear like when somebody says, "What's heavier, a ton of feathers or a ton of steel?" It's still a ton, It doesn't really matter.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, we get that. But
Then
like,
use your best judgment and chop off the biggest part that you can that will look impressive to those that see it. Does that work?
I mean, I feel like that's really, subjective.
I think barbarians might be that way.
Whatever you can fit in, just get it. Get
Just
ready
take
to
what
do
you
you
can
think you're
fit.
you're like a, you care about more, you're like more of a subjective person?
Just cut off the largest
Okay,
piece
okay,
that
fine,
will
fine.
fit.
See, There
Okay.
you go. I told you. I read. I should have been a scholar as much as I read about these tribesmen.
I do not think their greeting of us will be good regardless.
Okay, listen, I'm just gonna
I
take a
think.
hammer to this thing. Here we go.
wait, no. Before you do that, all right,
Alright, get
you
the
need to
hammer
like
out. Ooh, okay.
wrap yourself in foil before
Alright,
you check the
hammer.
oil, if you know what I mean. So like,
Chisel
go
up.
ahead and
Oh, you know what,
wrap
maybe
it.
I'm gonna ready the axe
Right.
beak as he's hammering
yes.
away at that.
Chippy's gonna go help as well with the
Thank
axe
you.
beaks.
Thank you, Chappie. Come with me.
All right, let's see.
I just kind of stand by Morty supervising.
Oh, he's really going at it.
Yeah, I hope he wrapped it up though.
No, I do too. Wouldn't want a mistake to happen.
So,
He can get really sick.
Mortis begins dismantling the remainder of this Charlatan dragon tail. And it takes him a while. But he's sitting there with a crowbar and a hammer and a chisel. He's going to town on this thing. And it's taken a few hours, probably. So you're all sort of sitting here waiting. But eventually Mortis has just sort of disassembled this thing. You sort of laying in a heap.
Yeah, that was. Oh man, that was a lot of work. It would have been great if somebody else, could dismantle stuff.
Oh, you were really going at it, man. So
Oh yeah,
looked like you were enjoying it.
I'm
So
completely spent. Ugh. So,
Well,
all right. So, I got most of this stuff in the bag here. It's kind of heavy though. It's probably gonna fill up the whole bag. So this bag, is entirely devoted to Charlatan Dragon stuff. I gotta say, I was feeling a little weird the whole time I was doing it too. I kept hearing, like all these creepy whispers and stuff.
Are you
That's
okay?
what's
You were able
restless.
to withstand it.
Are you okay
good?
now?
Is everything all right? Do we need to tie him up or anything? Is he
No,
good?
no, it's
You seem
No, I'm
alright.
fine. I mean, I didn't kill anybody or anything.
yeah, you're doing great, Morty. Look,
Right.
Mortis the Great.
Can I see? Is the bag ready? Is it Is it
Yeah,
good?
it's
Is it
all in there
already?
Oh yeah, it's all in there.
Wow.
I mean, because it just makes sense. You know, if you're taking stuff apart, you just throw it in the bag so it doesn't make a mess. You know?
Great job.
Excellent work.
Oh, wow.
Excellent work. No one else here could have done what you've done.
Oh, I know.
And you have
don't
that.
have to tell me
You
that.
have that.
I'm aware.
Great. I think you should be. Your reward should be.
I just keep it, right? I mean, I took it apart.
No, I will hold it, and if we don't need it,
See, that's. I mean, that doesn't really feel very fair.
well, you have two. Okay, so
I
if you
actually think Morty holding on to it is not a bad idea. Just don't play with it. Don't touch it. Leave it be. Can you do that? You were able to dismantle it without it affecting you.
okay. Well, you have your way.
I
See, I
believe
mean,
in
it
'em.
seems like everybody's on board. Okay, I'll just hang on to it. No problem.
All right.
You know, make something cool out of it later.
Are you sure you just have one person carrying everything, though? He's got the other bag, too, doesn't he?
You know,
That's true.
they trust him over anyone else, so that's fine. Let's go.
Mortis, darling. How about you give that bag to Teriel, and perhaps I might let you look at my book later.
Oh, well, this is...
Make a persuasion
might be
check with
worth it,
advantage,
Morty.
please, Velen. So this for
Four.
you,
I was kidding.
this would be a charisma check with
Okay.
advantage.
16?
So, like, how long are we talking about here for the book viewing?
Well, time is a relative thing, isn't it, darling?
Right, that's why I'm asking.
Subjective. Yeah.
Very subjective, yes. Well,
You know, normal,
Perhaps.
you know, like normal understanding of time, you know.
I mean, there is a lot of very good information in this book, so maybe I'll let you look at a page. And then once we do the whole Codicil thing, we could review it from there.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Or just tosses over the bag to Teriel.
Oh, be careful, man.
I deliver
Fine,
a wink
it's-
over to Teriel.
Thank
Fine,
you.
It doesn't weigh anything. I mean, it's just, you know, just a simple
No, but it
bag.
could spill out all over the place and like
It's
splash you in the
tied.
face with
You're just a
shard of
big
it,
worrywart.
man.
You know.
So, where are we going?
Well, I would have loved to tell you all, but, you know, we had the whole dragon thing going on. So we're looking for the Codicil of White, right? There are two parts to this, actually. My orb, which I mentioned to Teriel, and the Codicil of White, which is currently under supervision, so to speak, with,
What does that mean? You just
I was
kinda-
using your code. It's a real...
What was I doing? Yes, no? Sorry, I was contemplating.
The Codicil is currently being guarded by... do we get the signal now? Yes.
Yeah.
By...
So we're stealing it from her?
Right. Her followers, to be more precise, but... You all touched on something earlier about her. About there being a peculiarity about her living among the mortals. Did you know?
Wait, so because we haven't seen her, I mean, I haven't been looking for her, but
But I mean, unless you're in the sea of moving ice, you haven't. Which is where we would need to go.
I mean, I've seen her.
Oh, yeah.
Here, I mean, flying over here.
That's where her
Moonbrook.
followers are.
Moonbrook, how do you feel when she mentions the Sea of Moving Ice?
As soon as she said it, Moonbrook kind of she hesitates for a second, but tries not to show too much on her face. She's definitely on the inside though. She is worried.
See, this one, she loves the sea. She used to be a sailor of some sort.
Let's not talk about it, man. Let's not.
I think Nissa would just walk over to Moonbrook and put a hand on her shoulder.
Sensitive
It'll be
subject.
all right.
but
They
we'll
are?
manage.
Yeah, man. I don't know why you guys are acting like I'm fine. I'm totally fine.
Absolutely fine. Strong. You know,
Strong.
elven
Right,
vibes.
Very strong.
I would
That-
not doubt it for a moment with that presentation.
Yes. So, whatever we need to do, what's our plan here? You map out the direction, and we'll execute.
It's
I know
to the
how to
north.
get there.
Oh,
Well, this is glorious. That means we'll get there in one piece if she knows, because she's the best
Well-
navigator we have.
there is the topic of actually getting there versus which way it is. There's a
you're worried
location of a pier on the coast. It's how we'll get to the island. There's a whale that the locals know about. Ankajuk. That could possibly take us, but rumor has it that we may need to earn its trust before that happens.
How
I'm pretty good at earning trust, I will say.
do you know
Focus on
how far out the island is from the edge? I mean, just an estimate of how long it would take to, because I don't mind, you know, talking to this whatever this thing is to go there, but I can make it so that we can walk over the water if we need to.
I genuinely don't have any idea, darling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perhaps you would prepare to do that, Ray, if we need it.
Oh,
Even if
I'm
we-
gonna. No, yeah, I can. Okay.
We could
Are you gonna be
attempt to
fine?
befriend this whale, but it could
This
always
is
turn on
terrible.
us.
This is a
But you-
terrible damn idea, by the way. I just want to point that out. Like, how long
Well-
does your spell last for? Because I'm just saying, like, you do not want
Right.
to be caught on that water. If not a good idea. We'll talk to the
Ray?
whale.
Ray, you can make me a... This is probably a history check. And I'll say with advantage.
Okay.
So,
12.
the rumors of this whale have definitely crossed your path before. It's something that goes around the rumor mill, especially around Mayor Dualden. Here and there, people talking about this whale. Sometimes hunters try and find it. Sometimes people talk about meeting this whale. And the common rumor is that they talk about this whale speaking.
Okay. So I think I would try and relay loosely as much as I could remember to everybody and say, and I guess you can talk to it. I mean, what she's talking about, I have heard of it, so yeah, maybe there's something to it. Might be the best way to go. Sort of strange, but we've seen a lot of strange things, so.
Isn't all the ice frozen over from the storms?
No, it's
No,
out there.
no.
It sort of, it moves, it breaks. There's a lot of force from the.
Cheppy's never seen ocean like this before, all frozen.
So, what happened to my ship is that the ice shifted and moved, and we got caught in a blizzard. We couldn't get out of it. So, I'm just saying, you're asking us to go all the way over there, where there's a lot of danger from the shifting ice.
Well,
It's
I
a lot,
never said
I'm
it
just
would be
saying.
easy. No, I'm very aware and I'm sorry you went through that. But in order to do this, we're going to have to make our way there. So, it's up to you whether or not you want to join. We have a giant fortress. It's a frost giant fortress.
Excuse me, a what?
A frost giant fortress.
Oh, God.
Oh, sure.
Should I
no
tell you now?
problem.
Then it'd be a surprise, right?
No problem. Yeah. We've
So
done
we're
that.
supposed to
Glad we
break
get it done
into
now.
a frost giant fortress?
Well, the Codicil is the only thing that's rumored to be able to break through the glacier.
By the way, this frost giants normally have a leader. Do you know who that is?
Off the top of my head, I can't say I do, darling.
Are they? And these are are they the followers of you know who?
Well, that's the rumor of it, right?
Then they're empowered, and this is almost walking into pure death. And you all need to know that, and be prepared for this mentally, and be willing. If we do this, we need to go in with the ideal of we may not come back.
I mean, I feel like
You're
that's,
alone.
the story about, like, wherever we go. Because,
Yeah.
It's
Also-
true.
That's fair.
I can keep us sort of concealed. So
I
we
mean,
can try
Ray's
and
died,
sneak
like,
in.
7 times.
It's not 7.
You can also speak giant.
Sorry,
I
8.
forgot.
I'll
I
argue-
forgot that one time that I speak giant, and then, could have probably stopped that whole thing.
Lost Leori. Just say it.
Yep.
And I will not
So can you
lose.
tell us where on this, if I show you my map, which I have right here, you show us on the map where that island is, yeah?
I might be able to show you a relative position. I know it's past Bremen to the north.
You know where the
Northwest-ish.
pier is? The
Right.
pier
Do I?
you point
I was
to
gonna say.
is you don't, Brooke. You have no fucking idea what she's talking about. But the pier is there.
Right about here is where we would need to find our ocean friend. Other than
Well-
that, I can't really say.
Ray and I both can speak to animals. Unless this is not an animal at all, and this is just a druid.
Like I said, from the... That's interesting.
And then if so, you gotta start praying to Sylvanas now, by the time we get there.
Right, yeah.
Actually, maybe
It doesn't-
Sylvanas has the
It's
answer.
not really the pray to sort of god, but I can... Fuck it, I'll try.
There's also another thing while we're there. Remember how I
Another thing?
mentioned... Well, I'm getting to it. I mentioned the orb like 3 times now, darling. Let me get there. So, this orb... Remember how I told you that it was missing? And by missing, I mean... It was stolen by a colleague of mine. Well, if we're going there, we are like to encounter that ally. Or not ally, but colleague. Not ally. Trust me. And by the name of Nas.
What is he likely
Mouse?
to do if he sees
Nas.
us?
Nas.
Well, we'll have to try and find a way to get the orb either way.
So we might
It's
be
an
doing a
important part.
heist.
It's a little bit of a heist in both things, isn't it, darling?
Okay.
You got sneaky ones, don't you?
If it's into stealing, we have plenty here that can do that.
Just know
Alright.
that it could also go another way and we might have to fight this Nas.
I mean, I'm not to be cavalier about it, but that's all we do anyway, so...
Yes, when it comes
So-
to a fight, we are game.
Very well.
This person, Nas, do they know what the orb is being used for?
So the orb itself, it has a personality of a scholar by the name of
Sentient.
Professor Scant. Yes. So, with this orb, it will be invaluable when you go to Netheril. It will help us trying to enter Thrin.
That's a
It will
lot.
help us a lot. Give us a lot of information that possibly I cannot even provide. Let's top it all off. They're also trying to get the Codicil, which is why we will run into them, because they are the one who's in competition with me. Or one of. There are a few.
Well, I'm all for getting more answers.
Oh,
I'm in. Anyone else?
I've already said I'm in.
I'm totally down as long as, we can get some cool magical stuff. I feel like, if we go to a city with wizards and stuff, there's probably magical stuff all over the place. They're probably tripping all over it,
to be abundantly clear and not hide anything, that orb was a family heirloom of mine. So I do want it back.
That's only fair. If it belongs to a family, then it stays there.
And it could help us.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm in. Talk to a big whale. How much fun can that be?
I wonder if my... Never mind.
Also, your family just keeps an orb with a weird professor inside.
No, that's not the weirdest thing they've got, darling. Trust me.
I've had stories.
Does it talk?
That's Professor Scant, of course he does.
Does he know a lot about magics?
Well, why do you think he's so important?
Cheppy just shines bright hearing this.
Tail grabs Cheppy and just pulls her close, and he's just like, no more. To Velen. Just mouths it. Okay, so Cheppy's in, right?
Yeah.
All right, Moonbrook. I understand that this may be difficult, but
It
you have us all.
will be difficult.
It will be difficult, but even more difficult for you if we have to cross an area of memory. But you have us all here with you. It's the biggest
An
difference.
area of memory. You can go ahead and say it, that my dead fiance is out there. You can say it. She's out there somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, dead.
I don't
Encased.
think Ray knows this. I think his mouth's like...
I'm a little shook too, darling. Don't worry.
I don't know. Did she tell anybody this? She just fucking is letting it go then.
She told
Letting it go.
it-
We know that she killed her sister or something.
Yeah.
No, she didn't kill
I think
any-
she told Cheppy and then she told Nissa.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nissa, no,
Cheppy knows
I was waiting
the-
for Nissa to be like, what?
She told
Oh,
Cheppy
she-
first, and then eventually she told
Oh,
Nissa.
we were all asleep probably. Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, that's new. I dead.
So yeah, she's fucking out there, man, and
What's...
there's other things out there that I don't want to come across, but I definitely don't want to come across Alice.
Wait a minute.
What?
If she's... Oh, no.
What do you mean? What?
Well, you know who has been raising the dead. Will you be okay if you come across
Velen.
No, I won't fucking be okay, man.
Why would she do
Velen's
that?
been raising the dead,
that's
Just
Well, it's
don't
not- that's
raise
not
this
why,
dead.
darling.
That's what the smelly
true.
kobold is back there.
Well, not
Right,
Velen.
right.
I'm talking more about
Really, his
I won't be
cheek fell
going and
off
raising any-
everything's right on the ground.
Yes,
your ice
gross.
goddess here and flying around in the sky. Apparently.
Right.
Remember she
Could you
raised-
They were already
make
smelly,
sure
but now
she
they're
is
really
no
smelly.
longer raised if we encounter her? Is that what you would want?
No,
It's actually-
I just want to make sure she's going to be fine with the situation if we might have to.
What do you? No, I'm not going to be okay with that. I'm not going to be fucking okay with that. How about you and your brother, huh?
How about we deal with it if we if we come across it?
I like that
saying
plan,
it out of care.
darling.
Nissa just holds Moonbrook's, she has an arm on her shoulder and she's like, I'll be there with you no matter what happens. We'll do what you want.
hopefully our whale friend can avoid your Alice, darling. I'll never see it.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
is
maybe.
Alice in the water?
No, she's not. Well, she can't. I mean,
So why would the whale?
it's kind of like she's on one of the islands, man.
Okay, but like,
Oh.
okay, all right.
So
We
It's-
might just
it's-
like float by mistake.
Oh yeah,
kind
like
of
she might have
thing.
fallen off into the water and just be floating there. That'd be creepy.
no, no.
Mm.
So I came here. Oh no, ship. Yeah, the ship is trapped out there still. Yeah, and she would be near that ship. So I don't know exactly because the ice floats. It's the sea of moving ice. I don't know where they would be, but we could encounter it.
I mean, there's
And if she's out
loads
there,
of
then that
ships
means
out there, you know. I mean, we
I
you
know.
I'm just saying, like the goblins, you know, we hear all kinds of. I mean, like we send out for loot and stuff, you know, here and there. I'm just saying, like, there's a bunch of ships all over the place. Does it crash? And,
Yeah,
so, I
my ship
mean,
had a lot of stuff on it.
Well, I was just wondering if you were going to be okay emotionally if we had to come across it, but, well, maybe we won't.
There has been so much that none of us can be okay with, yourself included, but we've all dealt with it as best we can.
That's pretty much exactly what I was wondering.
We can't predict how things will go. We just have to try.
No, that's fine, but Targos got a point. If the things that we've seen, right? If Moonbrook is face to face with someone she loves that's been brought back in the form like, and he's pointing at the kobold like that, right? It's good to know how we react. That's really good to know, because
We react by helping Moonbrook.
no, that's
whatever
great.
she decides.
No, that's fine. But we're talking about in the moment. We've been in really bad moments, right, where we have barely any time to get a word or two out to each other. So that's the thing. And Moonbrook, mull it over, think about it on the trip. I'm not trying to push this down your throat, but if you do come face to face with that, with someone you love, brought back but in the wrong way, we're here to support you. But we need to know what it is before it happens, before we make a choice in a bad situation. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because we're here for you, and you're not wrong, Nissa. I mean, absolutely. We're all dealing with shit. I don't want to go near the fucking water. Okay? But we're gonna do this, right? So just as long as we're talking to each other and making sure what's going on, we'll get through this. Okay? So, now that we got the tip in the back, should we go? Should we start going?
I think that's
Ready when you
probably
are.
a good idea.
Okay. Again, if anyone needs anything to eat, let me know. I'll just do the berries. Someone else can do the cooking. Yeah?
Cheppy still has a couple of rations as well.
All right. Well, let's pack up and go. We're heading to the pier.
To the pier, darlings, yes. You have the map,
pier?
right, Moonbrook?
Yep, right here, it's always here, and in here, more importantly. So,
Moonbrook, you
Perfect.
can, from where Velen has marked on the map, you can tell. This is basically traveling over the tundra, around the snow drifts and such. This is, roughly 16 to 18 miles.
So this is about 16, 18 miles. It's, you know, pretty fucking far. And, I mean, we got good berries, yeah? I can try to find things. I don't know how good I'll be, so just...
And fish and supplies as well. Maybe we can...
Well, there's no fucking fishing holes out here on the tundra, man.
What
time of the day is it?
Exactly. Yeah. What time of the day is it?
You guys would have left, you know, in the morning or morning. So it's not much. I mean, it was 2 hours or so from Bryn Shander, so...
We've been here for a little while, though, right?
Hard to tell specifics. You've been here for several hours, so it's probably middle of the day.
Okay.
I mean, it's hard to say, really. You know, all the time gets blurred together.
We'd probably be feeling the what we've been doing. I mean, you guys were hammering away at that thing for a while, so I think we're gonna have to go around little drifts. It's gonna take some time to get there. We might have to stop and sleep before. Maybe we won't. I don't know. If we do, Terry,
I have my hut.
Which is wonderful. That is so wonderful. I can't even explain. But I'll need to talk to you, Terrio, at some point. I've got a lot of questions to throw at you, if that's okay, but not right now. And yeah, you know, this is gonna be hard. So let's get behind each other. Yeah.
Do we want to try looking through the city first a little tiny bit to see if there's anything we can take with us? I know it feels bad robbing the dead, but...
I won't do it.
Yeah, we also found Garrett and Keegan's home.
Were they home?
Were they in there?
No. It looks like
got
they
out,
left in
I
a
think.
hurry. Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, before we get started, Moonbrook, do you still have the items that you got out of the fortress?
Yes, I do. They are in my bag.
All right, we should probably look and see what's useful before we get in there. Maybe we can equip ourselves for...
There's nothing useful about these marvelous garments.
Now, Mortis actually went through and checked each one, didn't he? Or he checked a few of them. I know he went through, because he, like, burned spell slots and he was pissy about it, but I'm pretty sure he pulled each thing out and was like, damn it. Damn it.
Oh, yeah, that stuff's all crap.
Yeah, they're fucking...
But it's going to be, it will sell for pretty mint, except now the economy has gone to shit, man, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
It really doesn't. You should put it on.
Except for that one sandal, because I might need that.
I think anything that
Here,
we
you
have
can
that
have
we
this
can
sandal.
use, we should probably use it.
Thank you.
I agree.
You're welcome. And so I will get rid of that out of my inventory, but, yeah, hold on, let's see. You've got both pairs of sandals now, a smoking jacket,
it's just one. I mean, just to be clear, it's just a one sandal now, because the other one was used in a homunculus. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, did it die? Oh, yeah, it did.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so here's the other one.
So, I mean, that's what the other one's going to be used for. It's just, you know,
So
stinky
we also have
Duergar sandal homunculus.
we have a smoking jacket encrusted in gems.
Cheppy, do you still have that book?
Yeah, Chippy still has the book.
That, like, it was for, like...
Yeah, with all the pictures of the armor
Right, you
and
said
stuff
you...
in it.
Yeah. Is there
Chippy
anything
still has that.
Is there anything you can do with that?
Cheppy's gonna reach down into her like butt furs, and Vellynne, this might be the first time you ever see it, but she is just rooting around all this like color or fluffy fur on her butt, and then she just yanks out this book.
Well, that's
she's
one
doing
spot
that?
to keep everything, darling.
When she's doing that,
Chippy keeps everything.
I don't know who I'm
Everything in her
close
butt.
to. I would have leaned over and be like, I've got one of my toothpicks in there. She won't fucking give it back. That's all I say.
Yeah, Velen, Cheppy doesn't know if you know how to read this. Maybe even Morty needs to study it for a bit, but it's a book Cheppy found. It's got a bunch of stuff in it about enchanting.
If
But
you want me
Cheppy
to take a
can't
look
read
at it, I
it.
can. I've got a few
Morty?
things up my sleeve.
Velen, you can take a look.
I grabbed the book.
I thought we translated. Never mind.
Oh no, actually, it's in Elven, isn't it?
Yeah, or Dwarven, Elven, yeah.
Cheppy still doesn't
It's
understand
written in
it, though,
various
right?
languages, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think
did a
I'm
check
looking
for
at it
It
too.
was about, yeah. So let's see if she gets the same answer.
Sure.
What languages do you speak, Velen?
Well, off the top of my head, I speak Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Orc, but I do have comprehend languages as well.
Jesus
Huh?
Christ.
So,
So if it's not any of those, I'll do comprehend.
oh yeah, you can definitely read some of this book. Why can't I open this file?
Sorry, I should have.
No, it's there. I can see it exists. It just won't open right now. Oh my God! Why won't it work? All right, fine. I'm just gonna close you, Acrobat, and let's try that again. Nybor. So there we go. Finally. Okay, so. Okay. So, Velen, as you start to look through this book, you recognize a few things. First and foremost is the name, Nybor. This was a red wizard of Thay. The red wizards of Thay are extremely skilled wizards. In fact, you know a red wizard of Thay, and they're not exactly super tolerated here in these portions of Faerun, but very knowledgeable. And this book seems to be about enchanting some armor. Yeah, and there's there's one recipe that has sort of been shoved in here. A loose piece of paper that's sort of been folded in to the book. But there are many pages that are missing.
And if I open up that paper, does it say anything in particular?
Oh yes, it is basically a recipe for how to create a specific kind of armor.
And is this the armor that is mentioned in the other entries within the book itself?
Oh, it's one of them. But there
So
are
multiple pieces.
Oh yeah, there's probably loads of different recipes, but there's only one in here. And it's quite clear that this has been torn out and reinserted into the book.
Where did you get this?
Fortress.
No, actually, we got this off the giant. Do you remember? With his shield.
Yes.
Oh. It wasn't? Oh, right.
No, because that's when Mortis got the bag. I know, because I watched
Yes.
you guys dole this stuff out, and yeah, I didn't say anything.
That was a paper that scriptures of some sort that Moonbrook must have found, right? That was in the fortress, okay. Yeah, exactly,
So-
the giant, yes. It's, this book was about armor of some sort. We wanted to show the dwarves. I do
Did that-
remember now.
Was it... Okay, moving backwards here. Did the giant give it to you willingly, or were they dead?
We killed it.
We
They were
killed
dead.
it.
Okay. I had to
Was
verify.
not willing in any way.
Right.
Whoa, do you think that was one of their frost giants?
Oh.
That is something I might be thinking, yes.
Probably, seeing that
Wow.
random frost giant was around, and
Do you think they were bringing that book to somebody?
more than likely.
Well, what do you know of this book yourselves?
Well, it's a book about armor. I've read a couple of pages, the elvish part and the dwarven parts.
Do you know what the title says here? Who it's by?
Didn't read the title, I just read the inside the book.
Moonbrook, you were able to translate that part. Yeah, it was Nybor's Tome of Enchanted Armor.
Yeah, it says Nybor's Tome of Enchanted Armor. Duh.
And you don't know who Nybor is, I assume?
I have no clue.
Someone who enchants armor.
Well, much more than that, darling. Extremely skilled wizard. A wizard of the Thay. That ring any bells to you? One of the Red Wizards?
Chippy?
Yeah, Faye's your people. Your Faye.
It's our people.
Cheppy's never heard of them.
Specifically, Velen said Faye.
Thay.
Not
Oh, I thought you said
Faye.
Faye. Sorry.
Who are they?
Sorry,
Faye.
I hold on, let me clean out my
Faye.
ears.
Hey.
I heard Faye.
Faye, okay, sorry.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
who
no,
Faye
no,
are.
no,
Mistake,
either.
darling. They get very upset about it.
I don't know who they
I'm-
are then. I mean,
No, hell no, I don't know who they are.
Well, all you need to know is that they were very skilled wizards, and this is probably out of your depth.
Like we can't even use it?
Well, I mean, I can't speak to that, but
Velen, you can make an Arcana check for me.
that's going to be intelligence, right?
Yeah, you don't
yeah, I
have
have
that
a
as a
skill
skill.
for it.
Yeah, you should.
I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to take a look.
Okay, a 14.
a teen 4.
Yeah, that name sounds familiar to you, but you can't quite place it. You think that this Nybor not only was a red wizard of Thay, Thay, but they were or are somebody famous?
So, how difficult would it be to do what's in here? And would it help at all? If this person was as powerful as you say,
Well,
could this help us?
I mean, it's a possibility, but there are pages missing. There's multiple steps, multiple pieces of armor, multiple things that you need to obtain, and those are missing.
So not
Those
now.
recipes.
Okay.
I guess
mean,
the
not
good thing
necessarily.
is it's in our hands and not the bad guy's hands.
Right.
Maybe we can use this to our advantage a different way. A bargaining chip of some sort, if it ever comes down to it. Seems like we're
You
dealing with
want to
arcane
give this
brotherhood.
away? Are you crazy?
No, not give it away. Use it as leverage, if we need be.
At the
What, to,
very
like,
least,
lift
we should keep our
something
ears
heavy?
open.
Who could we trust with this?
Me?
What was that, Velen?
This Nybor, I can't quite place it, but I've heard the name before. I suppose we should keep our ears open and see if we learn anything else.
With all
Maybe,
the pages... I'm sorry, please
go
go
on.
ahead. Sorry. No, please. I'm sorry.
Maybe
Didn't mean
the
to-
wizard friends that we'll run into from the Arcane Brotherhood might have some answers.
That's what I mean.
I've seen you Mortis, and you, Teriel. I don't know. You can fix things, right? You can like do a spell
Oh,
to
yeah,
fix
I can
things.
Fix all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Would that work on this?
We'd have
Work
to
on
have the
what?
pieces.
Book's not broken. The pages have been
it's-
taken out.
well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's not.
if you got the pages, I can, stick them back together. But
You can't
Okay,
just create
okay.
pages.
All right.
I mean, I can, but I can't make them pages with stuff on them.
So they at best they just be a bunch of blank pages.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
You need like a whole lot of wood, and you can grind it up, and then you make like a pulp, and then the pulp, you take the pulp, and
No.
filter out all the stuff, and then you're
no.
left
I mean, I
behind
think he
with-
has a point. I kind of wish we had materials to make a book that looks just like this and use it to our advantage if it ever came down to it, but we don't have time for that. Plus, we don't have anybody skilled enough to do it, so.
if you have any cables that are wobbly, you can put the book underneath. It works real
I
well for
think
that.
Cheppy's just going to take the book back and
She just kind of like shoves it back into her butt furs.
I think it's just gonna rest there for now. It's probably safe there.
Yeah, just it was an idea.
Teriel, I would be careful. If you're thinking of messing with the Arcane Brotherhood, I say this as someone who is experienced with the Arcane Brotherhood. If you're trying to mess with them, you're trying to pull the wool over their eyes, I promise you it will not end well. And I don't
Let me
say
ask-
this as someone who's a part of it, I say this as someone who does not wish to see you die for no reason.
So let me ask you this. Would they be interested in a elf of Aishan? I mean, we are known for the most potent of magics.
They might be interested in a lot of things, darling.
Good to know.
Just, if you can avoid trying to pull the wool over their eyes, so to speak, and doing something as brazen as giving them a false book, make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's.
Hey, you give them a false book. They get mad at you. Say, hey, I didn't know. How am I supposed to know? I can't tell you how many times that's got me out of stuff.
Darling,
It's like
they've
dumb.
got magics that you would not even dream of. They could get
You
whatever
think
they
they
want
can-
out of you.
Do you think they could tell Cheppy why Frog talks to her and gave her magic?
I could tell you that.
Why haven't you told Cheppy yet?
Because you
Cheppy's
never
been asking
asked.
this whole time.
No, you have not.
Cheppy hasn't specifically asked Moonbrook. But
Yeah, you need to ask me. Go ahead. Ask.
Moonbrook, why does Frog love Cheppy?
Because you're so damn lovable, duh.
But that doesn't tell Cheppy how to get the magics.
Well, I mean, it's giving you magic, man. What do you want? Like, why are you questioning shit? Just let it love you.
Yeah, just trust in Frog's love.
Cheppy does.
DM, would I have
Cheppy
any
does.
idea about what the heck this means? Like with the frog giving her magic and stuff?
Roll an Arcana check.
Alrighty. 22.
You've seen her cast some spells. You think that she is a warlock, but there's no specific reason why a frog would give her spells. However, it could be a familiar. It's possible.
Are you sure it's your frog that gives you magic?
Cheppy knows it's Frog. He talks to her.
Just let her have it.
Ray almost says something and then stops.
Frog is not a demon, by the way. He's not a demon.
I never said that.
She looks up at Teriel.
Are you sure he's not a demon?
I think we should get moving.
I agree.
Yes.
All right, to the pier. Long, strenuous road. Everyone agreed to go. Then, let's go.
And that's a good place for us to end the session today.
Scally stuff. I don't like frost giants. They're too smart.
Yeah, fighting one was bad. We're going to a fucking frost giant castle.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
I just realized they're stealthy.
I'm sure they're fine.
Oh, just
I
you
can
know.
speak giant, guys. It's fine.
That does. Just to let you know, frost giants, and this is out of character, they're like the smartest, most ruthless, and
Yeah, and I'm smart and ruthless too. Terrio, fuck
not
off,
only
man.
that, if you're man, can I say it, Wack?
Oh,
No, no, don't spoil. Don't spoil.
No, it's not about the book or nothing. That's just
Actually-
about frost giants in general.
Well, for that,
It's scary.
does you know, or would Terrio know?
No, Terrio, no.
Yeah, I
just-
wouldn't have any
it's
idea.
fine. We'll run into it when we run into it.
It's gonna be great.
It's fine.
I'd say, look,
That,
that's
let me
fine.
just say, it's a
We'll
reason
just have
why
a
I
nice cup
asked.
of tea with them, you know.
There's a reason why I asked Moonbrook if she had those items and if they did anything. And when she said jacket of smoke, I was like, please deflect something and shroud something. Because
Well,
let's just
not
say
to go
that
into anything.
No, not
Like-
even going anything. But let's
no,
just
that's
say
fine.
that-
Just Ray's gonna sit down with you and have a big ass conversation.
Okay.
It's gonna be
'Cause
long.
Let's just say the legendary Drisk. Yeah, couldn't fuck with the frost giant. I'm not ready for this.
Ah, we're fine. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's gonna be
That's
great,
fine.
darling.
You guys
Chat's
are-
like,
What's
hell
gonna
yeah,
happen?
kill.
What's worse that could happen?
you guys are
Just
fine.
me seeing my dead girlfriend.
Oh.
I mean, maybe all the frost giants are on vacation in the Bahamas or something. You know, a chance.
The Bahamas.
Sure, everything's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
You're just
okay.
You know, going, potentially to where O'Real might be. I mean,
Yeah.
Yep. It's fine.
Yep.
It's gonna be great.
It's probably fine.
Empowered enchanted frost giants. Oh,
It'll be
yeah.
fine.
You're good. Everything's fine.
Can't wait until
Fine.
Wax says, I rolled and smiles.
Oh God.
really bad, guys. I rolled really bad.
Yes.
Here comes a blizzard and all the giants.
Sorry, guys.
And there's the
I'm ready
goddess.
for it. You're not sorry.
And the girlfriend's back from the dead,
And-
and
look,
she's
there she
going
is.
to attack
So,
us.
The girlfriend
Moonbrook,
is
you've
the
got
goddess.
disadvantage on everything.
That's
Oh,
because she
man.
continues to travel in the worst ways possible. She's like, I'm going to sit on top of the cart
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
could,
and freeze to death.
look,
They're like,
if you're
"Are you
looking
sure?" She's
exhausted,
like,
I'm not
"Yeah."
letting you up there. If
I
you're like,
know.
I am exhausted, and I'm going to go sit my ass inside.
Oh, speaking of
I'm
that,
just saying, like,
wait, you're still exhausted.
there's those kids
she
that
had double.
Yeah, she had double. Remember those kids, like they're like, "Oh, I want to stay outside, Mom. It's snowing and it's cold and stuff." And
It's
they're just
Moonbrook.
like their lips are turning blue, and like
God.
they
legs
like
are,
get
like,
their
red
tongue
and
they get their tongue
numb.
stuck to something metal and
Then
yeah.
they're sick for the next week and a half.
Yep.
Get me off the thing.
Yeah, it's Moonbrook. Yeah, good session, everybody. Great job. We're going to go around the room. We're going to do some shout outs and stuff. If you haven't done so, please make sure you're following all these wonderful people. You can head on over to tablestory.tv/Rime, RIME, to go follow them in all of the places. Please go follow them. Follows are free. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming sub that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. If you don't and you want to just support them, go consider throwing a sub their way. Go just go support them because they're wonderful role players, great people. Go do that. And if you want to help support Table Story, we have a Patreon that you can head to, which is just tablestory.tv/pledge. Helps us keep the lights on. And make sure you're following us here on Twitch, Table Story on Twitch, Table Story on YouTube, and @ATableStory on Twitter. And come hang out in the Discord. We've got a wonderful Discord. It's very active. People talking about all the new shows and all the current shows and stuff that we've got, as well as looking for group channel. And yeah, lots of great stuff. And we're gonna go around the room. We're gonna do some shout outs. Let's start off with Faye. Let's start off with you today.
Hi, I'm Velen. I'm a voice actor for video games, and I also stream. I've been streaming for like 6 years now. This past month, I'm so excited.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy to think of. But you can find me over on twitch.tv/Velen, as well as Twitter. That's also Velen. Instagram, all the social medias are all just Velen. So that's where I'll be.
Thank you so much. Technique.
Hi, I'm Tech. I'm an out-of-body experience. I've streamed over almost 50 hours in the past 3 days. Actually 56, 7,
So
8?
gross, Frank.
60.
Let's hope
I don't
your
even know
servers go
anymore.
down for maintenance so you get a
I think
night's rest,
60.
darling.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to stream for 20 hours after. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm going to rest after this.
Good.
I can't even get in if I wanted to. The queue is too long. Playing New World. If you want to come out, hang out. That's the only thing I know how to speak and do. I mean, is New World at the moment, and we're having a blast. It's great. That's on twitch.tv/Technique without no U, no E, just a Q, and on Twitter is Technique TV. And tomorrow I'll be up at 5 a.m. So come on by if you can get up. That's it.
Oh my god, I'll be up. That's when I work. Yes, let's do it.
Nice. Oh, I play Terry on the show, obviously, and whatever show Whack is going to be filling us in on for his weekend shows coming up. So I'll be on there too. Just doesn't know yet.
Thank you, Frank. Aaron.
Hi, everybody. My name is Aaron Black. I had a ton of fun today. I wasn't here last week, so it was really interesting. A lot happens really fast in this show, and I try and keep as much of that in my head at all times. And it's funny trying to do callbacks because, and we had a small talk about this, time-wise, it's not been a lot of time. I mean, we have been sprinting towards danger. But it's hard to remember some of that shit. So, applause to everybody because we keep each other sort of focused.
Just to give everybody a sorry to interrupt you, Anna.
No, please go.
Just to give everybody a rough approximation of time, the original exit from Luskin of several of the characters to meet up with the others started on the 4th of Nightall, which is a month basically in Faerun. Started on the 4th of Nightall, and every week in this setting is 10 day. It's 10 days, so there's 3 10 days every month. And it has been only it hasn't even been 3 weeks from when they have set out. But we are now in the month of Hammer. So it's the 1st of Hammer now.
Hammer time.
So it's such a small, I mean, I think considering the sort of shit that we've all been through, you would see a lot of those bonds grow the way they have. And that's also a good reason why we're still not as cohesive as you would hope. But you can see a difference earlier when it's like, you guys are bickering, which is absolutely right, but it's nowhere near what it was.
Yeah, oh God.
I would love to, and I will sit down when this is all done, and I want to go through it, and it's going to be a hell of an endeavor. And I have some ideas for things I want to do with that, but I really want to see in a, like in a 2 to 3 week time where I sit down and devote time to get through this. I want to see that development in what will be a short term. Cause I mean, if you go like that, I have to assume it's about as on track as you'd expect. So I'm really proud of everybody. Anyway, I'm a writer, and I wrote a book called Firewall Down, and it's a cyberpunk detective mystery. It's pretty good. You can get it on Amazon. You can follow me or go check me out over on Twitter at Aaron B. Writes, and there's some information there if you want to check it out. But otherwise, all of these people, they're lovely.
Thank you so much, buddy. Myth is not here today, as you probably guessed.
What? We couldn't tell.
Oh God, the podcast people, they won't know.
Yeah, they're probably gonna be like, what?
Yeah, they're gonna be like, wait,
He was
what?
here the whole time.
He was here, yeah. I don't understand.
Make sure you're following Myth as well. We missed you today, buddy. Yeah, make sure you're following Mythomatic. He's GMing a show called Spellwind that we have here on Table Story every Wednesday that I'm a player in. So if you want to see me as a player, I'm on that show. Please make sure you go follow Mythomatic on his channel. He's a great streamer and does some really excellent RP. Tess.
Hi. I play Nissa, who is having an interesting time of it. First they're gonna go back to her people. Now they're going to past Moonbrook's. She's just like, oh god. Yeah, but I love doing this show so much, and everybody on it is incredible. And Velen joining us has been so cool, and yeah, just it's amazing. And Wag seriously doing the voices of our other, like, it's not the first time that we're all like, holy crap, that's the character. Like, it's just amazing. It's so insane. Amazing. Yeah, like it's otherworldly.
I know what you're talking about. Myth recorded
way.
a bunch of stuff for me.
I'm not showing up next week so he can do Terry.
Yeah, I might actually have to take this.
I was saying, it's not just that. Last week he made I was watching the VOD. He made every time my wife was next to me. I'm like, God, I would do this, and then he would do it.
Yeah, it's incredible.
It was really weird. So yeah, that's a testament to your abilities.
We should all just take off one week and have.
Yeah, we're not going to be here.
Yeah,
do a whole episode by himself.
I feel like,
and then die.
We haven't done a table story shill show like in a while. I was joking that like one of the shill shows I'm just gonna do, like one of the goals for a shill show, like if we hit a certain amount is, I will do like an entire one shot as like 4 different people.
That's insanity.
That's amazing. You should.
That would be epic.
It's gonna have to be so much money because I will be devastated afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah. How much money exactly?
And where?
We're gonna get
it's
there.
Gonna have to be like a stupid amount of money because like
$10,000?
it will wreck me for a week. Like I won't even be able to speak.
Okay,
$5,000?
Where do we send this? GoFundMe?
Yeah,
how much?
Listen, we'll set it up for a shill show goal. I don't know
Okay.
when the hell I'm gonna do another shill show, but hopefully we'll figure one out soon.
So cool.
Anyway, go
I
follow
stream on my
Tessica.
channel. Yeah.
Please go follow Tessica, and she does wonderful Borderlands content over on her channel, especially on Saturdays, which is
I'll be
tomorrow. So go check her
New
out,
World
please.
tomorrow, baby.
Yes. Thank you so much, Tess. Wish.
Hello, it's me, your girl Wish, your friendly Twitch staff person. However, today, after the stream, I'm gonna be streaming. As in 10 minutes, I'll be streaming.
Nice.
Which is very rare for me. So if you would like to come by, make sure you follow me at twitch.tv/wish. I'm just having a good time, and we'll be vibing, and we'll do some shitty tarot card readings, and we'll also like do some Dead by Daylight or something, which is fun. And yeah, so stop by and see me. I don't stream all the time, so this is like a rare occurrence. So let's go and follow my friends. They're awesome, and I love them.
Please go follow Wish.
Also, if you go back and watch the VODs from the beginning to the end, like y'all can see the really transformation. But it's cool in my face. Yeah.
Congrats, Wish. You did
Very
so good.
proud of you.
Thank you, Wish. And our resident ball of phlegm, Proxy.
I'm so sorry, guys.
You did
Yeah,
great.
you did fine. We appreciate you being
If
here.
I have to pause to cough, just go on without me. I'm getting over cold, friends, so I was a little quieter this episode because in the evening times I find my chest gets a little more coffee, so you'll have to forgive me. But my name is Proxy. I am a leather crafter here on Twitch. I also play Cheppy here on Table Story on Friday nights. I love role-playing here with the gang. It is always a ton of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys want to watch some cool leathercraft stuff, you can come check it out. I stream Monday to Thursday, sometimes Fridays as well. And yeah, thank you guys for watching and listening to the podcast versions. We all really appreciate all the comments you guys leave. They're always posted in the Discord and shared. We love them and the interactions on Twitter and stuff. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great weekend and everyone stay safe.
Thank you so much, Proxy. I'm Wax Steven. I have been your DM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure today. Thank you so much for being here, chat. Much love to you. Thank you so much for the love and the support. Thank you to my wonderful players, Faye, Aaron, Technique, Tess, Proxy, Wish, and Myth, even though he wasn't here today. You were here in spirit. Thank you so much for being awesome role players. I appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see you all on Sunday for the premiere of Leech. Leech is doing a sort of season 2, but you don't have to have seen season 1. This is a completely, well, as far as I understand, a completely different thing. So make sure you come by and check that out. That is this Sunday here on Table Story. Hopefully we'll see you for that. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Peace out. Good night. Bye-bye.